ever be. Just 1 minute left. Usually when I try to get on here, I'm usually like at the last minute, you know. Anyway, I gotta try something out. No, I'll do that later. But yeah, here we go. You gotta love how people just typing in free melee in the chat. That's beautiful. I think that's perfectly fine. I mean, people are gonna keep saying that until Nintendo rectifies their decision, and I think that's more than fine. So, you know, I really hope we get some more stuff in here. You know, I think the patch notes will probably be the next exciting thing, even if you don't buy them. Anyway, I'm gonna have my Switch here close to me, just in case I gotta install crap. Oh damn, it already started? Alright, I gotta refresh this. Damn. See, this here on Twitch it already started, but here I'm still waiting. I'm just numerous seconds behind. Because I didn't want to use Twitch, instead I gotta use shit YouTube, which fine.
Peggy 12.
But it's finally here. See what Sakurai's been up to. Hope we get some more false surprises in this.
今回は久しぶりにスタジオからお届けすることになりました。まあ私の部屋からの放送もそろそろ飽きてきた頃だと思いますしね。
I wanted to see your wife,
今までのスタ
Sakurai.
ジオとちょっと違うところ、より広いところを借りてやっています。皆さんソーシャルディスタンスをスタッフも保ってですね、感染予防対策に気を配りながら
I think Japan's doing fine.
しております。
It's doing fine from COVID.
参りたいと思います。まず最初に新しく追加されるミーファイターコスチュームのご紹介です。
I'm spoiling myself here a little bit, but if we already start off the Mii Fighters, it looks like it's either going to be a quick or a long direct. So let's see. Number 8, damn. It's Barrett, guys. Black Mega Man. What about Aerith? I don't know why I didn't see this coming. It's time to use Black Man's costume, call it cultural appropriation, and put it over my white AF Miis. What we really need is Femboy Cloud. That would be perfect. Anyway, there's Aerith. I didn't have too many predictions for Mii costumes. I just thought maybe more Final Fantasy stuff. Maybe 2B, maybe Geno. Still not seeing that Geno costume. Do we get Chocobo? It took this long to get the Chocobo in. Wow. Maybe one for 15. Not this costume. Oh no. There it is. Well, god damn it. So it's really not happening this game either. I'm sorry, terminal montage. I'm sorry. I mean, it wasn't for Sephiroth being in the game already, because it obviously wasn't 2B or Lara Croft. Yeah, that's sad to see. That was kind of like that one prediction I really wanted to happen. Now I just don't care who gets into Smash. That was really like the only character I wanted. So no more Mario characters. He's not even gonna acknowledge Geno. Damn.
エアリス、ティファ、バレットが入っていますが、これらに専用のヘアセット、つまり髪型はないんですね。これはミーファイターの方で、
If I put on Barrett, does that make me black? Or will I just be like a white Mii head over a black guy's
セフィ
character?
ロスのご紹介に行きたいと思います。
But alright.
まず最初にセフィロスとは
Maybe we'll get a 2B costume
ゲームでは特に有名な悪役の一人ではないかなと思います。FF7 に登場した伝説のソルジャーです。とある細胞。
I just want to see his mechanics already.
そのために人知を超えた強さを誇ります。最終的には究極の破壊魔法メテを用いて星の力を我が物にし
He didn't give this longer explanation for Minecraft,
長
did
い剣の政宗。最新作 FF7 リメイクは スタイリッシュな映像が山ほど楽しめる
Sephiroth
作
is
品で、
playable.
私も続きが楽しみです。参戦ムービーも FFAC ファイナルファンタジーアドベントチルドレンに寄せてみました。いやー、何しろマインクラフトの後に FFAC ですからね。このダイナミックレンジの広さはやっぱり退屈しない仕事だなと思います。
Yeah, Steve kind of broke the game, and not gonna lie, pretty cringe.
で
But
は、ここから私が操作を直接行いながらご紹介をしたいと思います。
yeah, what a nice
例によって
curveball.
ゲーム内のカメラは特殊なもので、また、
Blocky
開発中
swordsman,
のものであ
anime
ることも
swordsman.
ご了承ください。では参りたいと思います。
But yeah, can't wait to see how Cloud plays like.
はい、これがエマブラにおけるセフィロスです。最大の特徴、やっぱり剣が長いことですね。
I imagine he wanted
剣が長いので
Alucard.
リーチがとにかく広いです。
This is pretty close, right?
そして比較的長身です。長身ということは相手の攻撃が当たりやすい。
Oh man, this
そして
gives me
その
2015 vibes
長身
all
の
over
割に
again.
は軽いんですね。すぐにやられちゃう。カラーバリエーションには
Yeah, he's not a heavy
上
guy.
半身裸版を
He like flies around
7P8P に用
everywhere
意し
in
ました。
Crop.
まあ全体的にセフィロスだから暗いイメージというのは保ったまんまにしますが、7P8P は最終決戦仕様が
Those
楽
are
しめ
some
ると思
quite
ってく
detailed
ださい。
muscles and abs.
声は日本語のみの実装になります。ご了承ください。
Nice
そ
that
し
he
て、
brought that up.
最大の特徴、
Shame we won't get the
Sephiroth
English
がピンチに
version.
なると
We don't have Joey Wheeler in the
この
game.
ように片翼が生えます。片翼が生えるといろいろな効果があります。まず、スピードや攻撃力が少し増します。
Nice.
そして、
So he
空
kind
中
of
ジ
has
ャン
like
プがもう
Cloud's
一回できるよう
former
になりま
abilities.
す。つまり3段ジャンプができるようになると。
Oh, that's perfect. That's gonna be a
そ
nice
して
change
何よ
to the
り、
meta.
スマッシュ攻撃に
Which
ス
means
ー
to
パー
play
アーマー
a
が
lot
つけ
more
るよう
different
にな
other
ります。
characters.
こんな風に
Okay.
法的に打ち勝つことができる。
That's gonna be very
とは言っても
annoying, but just
ダメージを防げるというわけではないの
either
で、
shield or
使いすぎ
grab
にはご注意。
in those situations. But yeah, I'll probably be
例
practicing
え
with
ば
that
ワン
in
ミスす
training.
るとなくなります。
Makes sense. Do you get the wing by
相手を撃
by
墜
taking
す
too
る
much
と
damage?
なく
Or
な
other
ることもあり
means?
ます。ピンチは単純に窒息ダメージではなく、試合全体を俯瞰して判断されます。例えばストック数が優勢の時には
Dude, you gotta love the beats in the
100%
background.
超えても
If
まだ
if we're gonna get Final Fantasy VII music, are we getting it from the remake
やっと出ました。
or from the original?
ストック数が劣勢の時には
I hope it's from the new one.
もう 30% 程度で片翼が出てしまう。こういう違いがあります。それでは通常技の説明、
Those
基
who
本的な
fight
技を
AC
ご紹介したいと思います。でもその前にスイートスポットについてお話をしておきます。例外もありますけれども、斬撃の場合、頭身の中央少し前寄りが強いんですね。
Damn, I mean that forward smash can rival Mega Man's.
斬撃をするとこのようになります。一番近いのが7、真ん中が12、先端になると9になっていますね。
difference, okay.
ダメージが。
But it still
斬
hits
撃
though.
は中央が一番強い
So
の
if
で
you're
すが、
playing competitive
複数
and
み
you
たい
wanna
な
like
ものは
damage
先
your
端が強い
opponent,
ことが多いです。
that's a quick way to do it.
ご覧の通り。まず弱攻撃。他のファイターと比べれば出るのは遅めですが、セフィロスの技
How
の
well
中
does
で特に
Tifo
早く出る
fight
子なので、
boat
相
against
手に近寄られた
Sephiroth?
時などに使いましょう。次にダッシュ攻撃。前の方に踏み込みながら攻撃する技で結構なリーチもあります。
Yeah. I like its presentation.
また、
It's a nice little
吹っ
punch.
飛ばしも十分にありますので、
It's less awkward
結構使える技かと思います。
than just like running with a
次に
freak
横
sword.
強攻撃。見ての通りリーチがかなり長いです。そして上下に打ち分けすることができます。
I
例え
want
ば
to
ダウ
see
ン
the
した相手
the
には
neutral
普
special.
通に打っても当たりませんから、そういう場合斜め下を狙って打つといいですね。
It's gonna be like
上
it's
強攻
Cineroar.
撃。当てにくいですが、リーチが長く判定も
And
持
that's
続する
like
という特徴があ
Richter's
ります。
up smash.
目の前にくっついた相手を打ち上げることもできます。また、例によって突き攻撃ですから先端が一番強いです。次に下強攻撃。移動するので牽制に向きます。姿勢
Basically
が低いので
Cloud's
相手の
down
攻撃を
tilt.
くぐり抜けて攻撃することもできるかもしれないです。ただし相殺されなければの話です。
So maybe we just stab the ground or something.
次に横スマッシュ攻撃。威力のある全力スイングです。リーチも威力も吹っ飛ばしも十分にあります。
And that makes a great sound.
だけど隙はかなり大きいです。仮にかなり遠くでシールドされた場合も反撃確定になってしまうのでご注意ください。次に上スマッシュ攻撃、かなり広範囲を襲う技です。地上の
It's gonna be an interesting character to play. It seems like almost every move has like high payout, but
下スマ
almost
ッ
like
シ
a
ュ攻撃、
gamble, you know?
これは瓦礫で結構広範囲を攻撃することができます。威力も高めです。
Nice.
地面に当てないと瓦礫は出ませんが復帰阻止をすることは可能です。あと大事な機能、
Man,
下
that's
スマ
gonna
ッ
be
シュ攻撃は
terrible.
シールド破壊が強めです。
That's also
次
gonna
に
be
通常
terrible.
空中攻撃、この手の技としては範囲が全体的に広めですね。
He just
隙が大
snaps
きい
his
セキ
fingers
ロ
in
スの技
midair.
として
That's
は
awesome.
早く出る方だと思います。なので牽制に向いてますね。
Not like this character looks broken
次に
so
前
far
空中
on
攻
my
撃、
main.
かなり長いリーチを誇る
And
視
I'll
力
get
技
into
で
Elite
す。
Smash pretty easily.
リーチの長さを生かしてこのように復帰阻
Next
止
thing
に
I
も
want to
使
know
え
is
ます。
when is
だ
this
けど
character
当たり
gonna
がす
come
ご
out?
く細いので
Tomorrow,
見
today,
ての
next
通り
week?
小ジャンプ攻撃
It
なん
has
か
to
が
be
当たらない
today.
んですね。なのでそういう場合横強攻撃なんかと併用すると相手はとても困ることになると思います。そしてもう一つ特徴がありまして、なんと前空中攻撃、壁に突き刺してジャンプすることができたりするんですね。
That's
これを
gonna
い
be a
か
lot
に
of
して
fun.
使うかというと、こうフェイントに使うなどが考えられます、
Depending
ね。
on what stage, he's
そ
gonna
して
have
後ろ
a
空中
natural
攻撃、
advantage.
前空中攻撃よりは範囲が広い攻撃ですね。
前
威力も高いです。なので前空中の代わりに振り向いて後ろ空中を使うとか
So
はあり
they
ま
call the
すね。
back air attack Makuchu.
前空中攻撃も後ろ空中攻撃も地上ギリギリで出して当てることが大事なんですね。そうじゃないと地上の敵に当たらない。
I gotta use that
小ジャンプ
Makuchu
で当たら
goal.
ない相手も、地上ギリギリなら当てることができますので。ただ前空中攻撃の方が後ろ空中攻撃よりも早く出るからそれを勘案しないといけないですね。具体的には前空中攻撃が、攻撃発生13
Well,
フ
I
レー
already
ム、
know that
後ろ
my
空
Kuchu
中
is
攻撃は15フレーム
13, back is 15.
こんな
It's a
の
very,
で
very
すけど、
powerful
いやそん
Makuchu.
なこと言ってちゃいけないですね。このゲーム愉快なパーティーゲームを考えて想定して作っているものなので、そんな細かいことを言うのはまあ大会に出る人ぐらいでいいんじゃないかなと。
Good
というわけで
idea. He
前空中
knows.
攻撃当てると楽しい、後ろ空中攻撃も当てる
He's
と楽しい。
definitely already a
そんな
lot
感じでいかが
entertaining
でし
than
ょ
he
うか。
was about Steve,
次
which
上
is
空
good.
中攻撃、広範囲の投げ払いで
Good
す。
smoke canyon.
先ほどの上スマッシュ攻撃と似てますね。まあ実際代わりに使うことだってできま
I
す。
hope the final
前方の
Sephiroth
攻撃範囲な
final
どはあん
boss
まり
team
広
is
くあ
in
りません
this.
が、いろんな撃に使えるので試してみると良いかと思います。
Does he have any
次に
powerful
下空
grabs?
中攻撃、これは
Anyway, there's
極
Hungry
門
Box.
と言われている急降下攻撃です。例によって床上からの攻撃にも使えます。攻撃範囲はかなり広くしゃがんでいても
Pretty bad.
この通り、またその頭身の長さからものすごく床を突き抜けますので、
But it doesn't have a
崖外
meteor
からの
effect.
復帰措置も可能かと思います。一応メテオもありますが、ちょっと崖外では使い物にならないですね。自分も自滅しちゃいますから。もしもメテオを使いたいなら、足場は最低限キープして使った方
As
が
you
いい
already
で
know
す
in
ね。
online, I'm going to be having more stocks than other characters.
次につかみや
Oh,
投げで
there's
す
Mega
が、
Man.
剣を持ってるファイターというのは投げの威力は全体的に弱めです。これ前投げ、
That's what Bylov should have had.
後ろ投げ、テレポートして投げてますね。上投
Perfection.
げ、すぐにコンボにつなげます。そして下投げと。まあ投げの威力
You
は
gotta
低い
love how
といえ
well
ど、
choreographed
何らかの
all
コ
of
ンビネー
these
ションに使ったり
grabs
とか
are.、He just doesn't like throw you, he'll just teleport you.
いろいろ検討してみてください。
Wait until there's a Smash character
それでは、
where
必殺
special
技の
move
ご
is just
紹介です。
teleporting you.
通常必殺技は貯める段階によって3つの飛び道具を使いこなします。
Oh,
ほぼ
nice.
貯めずに打つとフレア、距離が
So
比較
kind
的
of like
長めで最後に
Hero's
爆
neutral
発を行い
special.
ます。
Interesting. You kind of see how these characters are like unique, but they kind of take notes from other
それよ
characters.
りは距離が短いですが、威力が抜群の攻撃を行いま
That's
す。
nice.
そして最後まで食べるとギガフレア、大爆発を起こして相手を強く
Is there any limits to that? Because
フレアでさえ発射にはかなりの時
that's
間
like
が
a
かかりま
really
す
good
が、
move to fight
威力は絶大です。
fight out of bounds with.
シールドボタンにより、途中でためを止めることはできますが、ための保持はできません。性質上、ギガフレアは空中では使えないことになると思います。ため時間が長すぎるんですね。
Yeah, there's a lot of terrible players that are not going to be able to do much about that. So that's going to be fun.
スマッシュをこう混ぜてみたん
It wouldn't
ですね。
surprise me if this character got another. If there was like somebody found an exploit and that got patched. I wonder if this game's patched. If the next
こ
update's
んな目の
gonna
前で
patch
炸
more
裂する
Steve.
なんて使い道があるのかなんていうことも考えられますが、
You already know my
実は
mains
ちょ
want
っ
to get
とあるん
buffed.
ですね。それは後
Hopefully
で
Mewtwo
説明
gets
しま
buffed
す。
again. Little Mac as
一
well.
応吸収もできるんですが、大した回復量にならないです。なぜなら爆発した時が強いから。反射もできます。反射はギガフレアは絶対に反射されないことを示します。もう蓄積ダメージゼロでも即死ということになりかねないですから。
I wonder if during testing it made it non-reflectable. Didn't realize how even more broken that would be. Just Sephiroth v Sephiroth, just be reflecting them back and forth.
次に横必殺技、シャドウフレアです。なんか地味な飛び道具ですよね。
Probably it's probably like the most anime character we've seen in Smash yet. I mean, the other characters look anime, but this one actually is anime. You make a move, he says a word. Everyone else just
こ
normally
の
just
細い
grunts.
球を相手に当てると周囲を回転する球になるんですね。そしてしばらくすると誘導して爆発をします。
Oh, that's perfect. That's gonna like
ため
fuck
度
up
合いや
recoveries.
重ねがけによって相手の周囲を回る球の数が増えます。最大5つまで。
Are they like sticky bombs? Can you
なお
shield
シー
them?
ルドをすることは可能です。シールドされることを
That's not gonna be
そして
good because then if you
使
try
う
to
ことが
down smash, oh my god.
なお発射時に向きを変えることもできます。こういう使い方も
This
で
is
きる
another.
かも
This is
しれ
gonna
ない。
be another fun character in double battles. Ironically, this batch
こ
of
のシャドウフレア
characters
は
have
大
been
乱闘の場合、
very good for double battles.
誰かが
Min
巻かれる
Steve.
と第三者に対してなすりつけができるんですね。まあどっちに転んでも
Oh, he's gonna be
セフィロス
perfect
の有
in
利で
World
す
of
から、
Light.
使うに越したことはないと思います。なお吸収することは可能です。反射することも可能です。まあ実用的に攻撃に使うのはちょっと難し
That's
いか
gonna be an
もしれませんが、
interesting. That's gonna be an interesting play. Like if I'm Mega Man and I use
拾う
my
ことも
Leaf
可能
Shield,
です。拾うとどうなるか。
or if you're Joker and if you want to charge up your arson.
人の周りについてるものを拾
Yeah,
っ
that's
ちゃう
gonna
こと
be
もでき
interesting.
ちゃう。親切ですね。
I actually kind of am happy that he's in the game now.
一
That's
戦
very
です
unique.
これ、すぐに出せる直線攻撃
Like
系
that
の
really changes
技
a
で、
whole lot of
フ
things.
ァイアフォックスなどに似ていて、好きな方向に打つことができるというものですね。相手に対して距離を取るためにも使えますし、こうフェイントをかけるのにも使えます。ところで今までが一戦だったのですが、ボタンを押し続けると8等一戦という8回切りつける技になります。こういう突進系の技には珍しく、
Nice.
十分な撃墜性能があります。地上で出せ
It's
ば
like a
掛け
fighting
際で
game.
は
You
止ま
gotta
ってくれます。だけどちょっと浮くともうどうにもならないので要注意です。飛距離には少しだけ差があります。これ1戦、これ8等1戦。8等1戦の方がちょっとだけ長いですから、どうしても復帰したいという時には8等1戦を使うのがいいですね。もちろん本来は復帰に使うためのものです。1戦はすぐに崖に捕まることができますが、8等1戦は少しだけ上の方に飛び出してしまいます。それを使って攻撃をするという手もありますが、この違いにはご注意ください。次に下必殺技、先行と言います。ハニカムシールドから先行を一連で放つ技でカウンターのように使えます。カウンターと異なり、当たっても当たらなくても先行になるのがポイントです。受けた攻撃の強さによって先行がパワーアップします。見てくれの通り、後ろからの攻撃には無効です。なお残念なことに飛び道具は反射できません。防ぐことはできるんですけどね。さらにカウンター系としては珍しく、強い攻撃に破られてしまうんですね。最大チャージショットなんかもまあ厳しい部類です。ただしダメージは防げます。復帰阻止に使うこともできます。 特に攻撃力のある上必殺技を持っているような人は気をつけた方がいいですね。最後の切り札はスーパーノバ。セーファセフィロスがメテオで超新星を起こし星ごと破裂させるというダイナミックな技です。ここそれぞれの人たちが違うリアクションを取ってるというのにお気づきになりましたでしょうか。お気づきにならないと思うので寸前で止めてみようと思いますが、右から1人は吹っ飛び、1人はキノコ、そして1人は、シールドブレイクを起こしているように見えますよね。原作でもそうだったのですが、ランダムである程度の効果が現れるようになっています。吹っ飛び、フラフラ、寝る、スロー、お花、キノコなどですね。フラフラになりましたね。こうなったらさっきのギガフレアからの横スマッシュなどで蓄積ダメージ 0% からの一挙撃墜なども狙えるわけです。お花はダメージが大きくなります。普通に食らうよりもさらにでかくなってしまう。もうこんなにいっちゃいましたね。これはキノコ。キノコは怖いです。突然キノコにかかると復帰しようとして反対側に行ってしまいますから、これもまた蓄積ダメージ 0% からやられる可能性のある技ですね。などといろいろアドリブ性が求められる、スーパーノバお楽しみいただければと思います。ところで、クラウドの偶数カラーの切り札にも手を入れました。それも超級武神火山バージョン5です。ファイナルファンタジー7アドベントチルドレンに登場し、合体剣を分離させる技ですね。攻撃力など性能は奇数カラーと全く変わらないものになっています。なおご存知かと思いますが、クラウドの偶数カラーには袖ありと袖なしがあります。これも原作ファンにはおなじみのものですね。次にステージのご紹介です。北の大空洞というステージを作りました。ステージの形状自体はシンプルにしましたが、背景がストーリーを追うようになってるんですね。これなんと FF7 の終盤の展開を含んでしまいます。しょうがないけど。なのでこれネタバレを見たくないという方は回れ右をした方がいいかも。いや、しなくてもいいかも。何しろ20数年前のゲームですからね。それに新しいリメイクでこのようになるとは限らないということなので、見ていただければ幸いです。それでは参ります。北の大空洞、ファイナルファンタジー7で最終決戦が繰り広げられたところです。約束の地、そしてリユニオンの終着点ですね。火口のような北の大空洞を俯瞰し、そして遠くにはジェットエンジン化したハイウィンド第2形態も飛んでいます。セフィロスが星を滅ぼす黒魔法メテオを発動しました。それを阻止するためにセフィロスを倒し、エアリスが決してかけた白魔法ホーリーを解放するというのがパーティーの目的です。星の体内にどんどん降りていきます。原作にもこのように段差のようなところがありましたね。ぴょんぴょんジャンプしたりしましたけれど、北の大空洞は2000年前にジェノバが落下したところと言われています。そしてその後古代種に封印され、神羅に発掘された箇所です。この辺りはディシディアファイナルファンタジーのステージに採用されたこともありますね。ジェノバ、シンセシスと戦った場所を彷彿とさせます。基本的な床もこの辺の床を参照しています。そしてこれが封印されたホーリーです。ホーリーが発動し、そして、パーティーは脱出を図ります。逃げろーと。そして眼前に広がるメテオ、そしてホーリーが飛び出しメテオの阻止に回ります。ハイウィンドはここで密かに第3形態になっていたりします。しかしホーリーが発動するのが遅すぎたと言われてますが、メテオを止められません。そこで星の力であるライフストリームが湧いてきて加算するという、こういうお話を追うクルーズステージというのは今までになかったかもしれません。お楽しみいただければと思います。 それでは実践に移りたいと思います。今回は勝ち上がり乱闘をやってみたいと思います。例によって、本気度は一番高くして始めます。なぜかというと、これボスラッシュが楽しめるんですね。歴代ボスがいっぱい出てきます。まあもともとボスキャラらしいセフィロスだからこそ、そういうボスラッシュというのは合うんじゃないかなと思って入れてみました。だけど当然手強いので気をつけなきゃいけないですね。最初はリオレウス。しかしつくづくなんてゲームだ。いいのかこれは。まあレウスですからね、すぐに飛んだりとか逃げたりするのが合ってるんじゃないかな。尻尾くれ。尻尾をくれ。でもその前に面白いもの拾ったな。投げちゃった。お、落とし穴。いて。お、尻尾やりましたね。これも食らって。セフィロスの最後のとどめがタルって。はい、次ガレオムです。スマブラ X を放送させますね。音楽も懐かしい感じ。まあまあそんなに怒るのはやめようよ。お、ちょっと食らっちゃった今。あ、握られてますね。まあまあそんなに怒らない。怒らない。真っ赤じゃないですかもう。はい。危ない危ない。はい。ちょっと怪奇物っぽい怖いと言われてるマルクですが、このキャラ本当はもっと怖かったんですよね。年齢推奨制限で引っかかっちゃいましてね。しょうがないからマイルドにしてみたんですけど、個人的にはもうちょっと怖くしたかった。お、魔界植物かな。
We good. We're good. Yeah, sorry about the interruption. I'm here now.
自分が割ったんじゃないです。
Try things get in the way.
お客さん目が変になってますよ。
What did I miss?
おっとっとっとっとっとっと危ない。
Did I miss around like 10 minutes?
ああいう血管表現とかが特に怖いって言われてるところですよね。今のもちょっとキモい。ああ、次次。
Yeah, fake Sakurai. Those eyes are very gross.
次、ドラキュラ伯爵です。一番最初の伯爵状態だと、なんだ伯爵状態って。頭にしか判定がないから、そこは気をつけなきゃいけないですが、見ての通り、上スマッシュとかで当たりがあるから、それはジャンプするよりも楽かもしれないですね。ここは素直にシールドを。無理するのはやめよう。おーっと無理した方が良かったかな。さて、ここからが本番です。先生。
Here, does he show off the stage up? I want to see that.
そう、スマッシュ横とかをうかつにやると全然隙がでかくて反撃食らっちゃうんですよね。気をつけなきゃね。本面弾みたいな。いかんね。またやっちゃったね。なんとか片翼は出ないで済みましたね。いや、出してもいいんだけど、むしろ出した方が。次、魔王ガノンは戦い方をよく考えないといけないですね。何しろ光ってる尾っぽにしか判定がない。
Is this a boss rush mode?
いや、判定はあるんだけど、他がみんな全身無敵になってるってこ まあ無理せず行きましょう。
Damn.
チャンス。
Freaking chatty are just spamming free melee.
痛いだろう。僕ももっと危ない。よしよし。これでどう、あよしよし。
You gotta love how Sakurai just has like a cheerleader group
次
just
ギガクッパです。スマブラデラックスみたいな。やっぱり攻撃が思ったよりも広いので何とかしなきゃいけないですね。八頭一戦の敵に対してまずい、ここまずい、危ない。ああいうことをしていちゃいけないんです本当は。何しろこれつかみがありますからね、この人。危ない。結構前が広いよ。届かないしね。まずいね。
You know,
結構
seeing
当た
how
ってない
there's
よう
like
に見えますけ
charge
ど、もう
moves in this
あっ
game,
という
almost
間に
makes
ば
me
っか
wonder
り
if
や
I'm
られ
gonna
る
see
ことありますからね。お
a
これも
Tekken character
ちょっと届いちゃう。
eventually. It's gonna be like the next character that he adds. It's gonna be Heihachi.
獄門。
Because you guys see how a lot of like character ideas can like move forward to other characters. So, but I guess you might see like a Tekken character or some other
マスター
fighting
ハンド
character
とクレイジー
where
ハンドです。それが北の大空洞でなぜか戦うという。これは最初からまずいね。ピヨッと。まずい。
まずい。
もうろくにダメージを与えていないのにすでに蓄積ダメージが。吸われたくない。うわー、このアングルを小さくされるのとても危険。ここでダウンさえできれば、お、いいぞ。もう一回。ついに片翼が出てしまった。まずい。これはまずい。
まずい。黒まずい。
まだ諦めちゃいけない。はっ。ほっ。来い来い。さすがにできなかったか。お、これはいけるんじゃ。あとはクレイジーだけ。でも一撃食らえばやられそう。今掴もうとしたね、君。一人で10体ぐらい倒せばいけるかな。よーし。はい、終わりました。お疲れ様でした。さらばだ。獄門。本気度 9.9 のまんまでしたが、はい、お疲れ様でした。ボスラッシュモード楽しんでいただければ幸いです。
Finally we get a boss rush mode. Finally.
次に楽曲のご紹介です。楽曲のリストはこちらです。
Get 10.
新たな曲は9曲も追加され、FF 曲がなんと11曲になりました。うち4曲がアレンジで、いずれも聴き応えがあるアレンジになっています。これらミッドガルステージにも追加されます。今まで FF 曲というのは2曲だけだったんですね。それをしてスクエニさんはケチだというような話をする人もいるかと思うんですが、それは違うんですよと大きな声で言わせていただきます。やっぱりですね、例えばキャラクターが何かのゲームでコラボするという時にも曲なんて1曲もないっていうものの方が多いじゃないですか。世界で全て問題ないように、許諾を取らないといけないんですね。まあ中には一社でちゃんと取れるものもありますが、複数の会社にまたがっていたりとか、国によって全然違ったりっていうことを、権利をみんな解決して実装しているんです。だからつまりスマブラがちょっとおかしいということで、認めていただければと思います。さて、肝心の配信日です。 12月23日に配信予定です。こ
Not
れ
in
は
a
ク
few
リス
days.
マスイブイブですね。ファイターパスボル2があればそのまんま受け取り可能、単体でも購入可能です。ところで毎回スマブラに新キャラを加えるというのは本当大事なんですよね。だけどファイターが多いだけにファイター選択画面では多数の中の一つで埋もれてしまうんです。
Yep.
これで良いのだろうかと思ったりして、セフィロスはボスだからボスとしての強さにスポットを当てたいと思いました。そこでこれを見てほしいんです。
What do you got? Gameplay trailer. Sephiroth challenge. Was it like a boss fight? Nice.
なんとボスとしてのセフィロスと戦える期間限定出現の特別なモードを用意しました。これを倒すことができれば先行してセフィロスと北の大空洞ステージを使うことができます。イージーノーマルはそこそこにするけれどベリーハードはかなり難しくする予定です。本当は最初に選んだ難易度をクリアできなければ正式な発売日までセフィロスを先行して使えるようにはしないつもりでした。ベリーハードを選んだ人にはそれなりの試練が訪れるようだけどハードすぎるかなと思い、さすがにそれは取りやめました。セフィロスチャレンジの配信日は12月18日から12月23日10時までの予定です。もちろんセフィロスを買っていないと出現しないのでこれもご注意ください。さまざまなアップデートは本配信の23日に行われます。2P クラウドに超級武神ハザバージョン5が追加されたけど、これも23日。
So it was an update to his Final Smash.
できれば楽しいと思い、セフィロスチャレンジを考えたけれど、実装には思った以上の手間をかけてしまい、スタッフには申し訳なかったです。ですが、この5日しか出ていないモード、できればいろんなファイターやいろんな攻略でベリーハードクリアを目指していただければと思います。8から手応えがあります。ボスとしてのセフィロスの強さ、楽しんでいただければ幸いです。
It's interesting. It just looks to be like a stamina battle where Sephiroth is very, very powerful. That's good. Please change that, Sakurai, please. I can tell from the RNG it likes more songs more than others.
戦場なら戦場の俺曲セレクトの中から抽選されます。あとゲーム内でご紹介することができなかったので、セフィロスの勝利画面なんかもお出ししたいと思います。
Is his victory screen just something mind-blowing? Better than Joker's? Ah, yes, it is. It is. Always with the extra details, Sakurai, I love it. I wonder which other characters will get more fake outs for, but yeah, that's
以上でセフィロスのプレゼンを終わりたいと思うのですが、今回本当に収録に苦労しました。
Did I miss anything else?
何せ機材トラブルがありましてね、どうも音響とかにノイズが混じるんですって。もしもうちで自宅配信の時にこのノイズが混じっていたら、もう配信できなかったんじゃないかなと思います。確認できるっていうのは大事ですね。そういう意味でスタッフさん本当にお疲れ様です。というわけでお開きです。どうもありがとうございました。
I would have been near sure that it would have come out today, but alright, 23rd. It's like less than a week. Because it definitely wasn't going to be on like Christmas Eve that this thing would be able to release. It would just be like a few more days. Which I'm fine with. I'm fine with. Yes, that's what I call him. That's what Attica used to call him. Daddy Sakurai. Anyway, that was fun. I missed some of it, so I have to go back to it. But everything seems pretty good. Yeah, about 40 minutes, about the length of a regular. That's usually how long these last. But yeah, I mean to call that for a very long time now. I just kind of forgot. Oh, but it doesn't want to let me see the playback, which really, that's really annoying. Just want to rewind it. But oh my god. Just let me watch it already. Thankfully, we got the boss rush mode, something that I've been asking about for a very long time now. So that's nice. We're all pretty entertaining, more entertaining than I was with Steve, and it looks like he's gonna be a very, very fun character. Free melee, free Juan indeed. Oh, that sucks. Well, make sure you get to watch it and don't get spoiled. I'd say more medium size. We're gonna get like a new mode. We get a new character. We get another limited time mode. And I guess we'll see when the patch notes release. More me costumes. I don't know what a big update would be considered. Like I said, we're just gonna have to wait. It's been a waiting. I don't know. I can't rewatch this right now. Just let me. Ironically enough, I think the biggest update. Was what do you mean a new Smash? Damn. Looks like I was right about those two things. And finally we get one mode that I've been asking for a very long time. I'm just... Yeah, they got changed. But yeah, I was gonna post that on Reddit because I was like, I noticed that and it looked like, yeah, they changed it up for Cloud's Final Smash. Which is interesting. I wonder if they'll ever do that again for any other character, but at least it shows that, yeah, Sakurai can change a Final Smash at a whim. So I hope other Final Smashes get changed or reworked or whatever. You can tell he really likes his character. What I'm more interested in are just like the tiny mechanics that are within this one character. Just like the amount of pressure this character will be able to do. The edge guarding, just everything in between. I'm loving it. I don't really wish for nerfs either. I prefer buffs more. I'm not sure what exactly there's gonna be nerfs of, unless you want to nerf Steve, which really that character's gonna get nerfed to no end. Just mostly just patching all the glitches and exploits that might exist within Steve. And yeah, I think at this point we need more buff characters than we do. I hope Pac-Man gets buff. Snake would be another one, just a slight buff. Who else we got? I'm trying to think of like who else we got. I think Joker is good, and Bylov can definitely use some more buffs, just because that's just a character. That's just very, very weird to play as, and it's only Joker's ever been like that. Like, it's ever been like that advantage, you know what I mean? I would love to see Little Man get buffed, but that's unlikely. Yeah, that's about it. Whew, I'm tired. I was shoveling snow. Man, it's interesting, the 23rd. Because it's really like the only other day they could have released it, and then you have the Mii costumes, which, yeah, that's disappointing. But inevitable. I kind of hate it because I have to eat shit now, but I'm really curious to see who the other characters are. After seeing what Sephiroth's side B does, it makes me think we're gonna get a Tekken character, but we'll see. Then we got people here spamming like Lives Matter. Then we got Free Juan. All right, finally we can rewatch it. All lives matter. These people. These people and their shenanigans. But you know what was always my favorite? My favorite hashtag. Jonesy for Smash. Oh, I'm missing. There we go. B. What does that mean? I kind of don't want to like replay it just because I just love to see the complete autism that just comes from this. Technoplay never dies. I don't know what that is. Fortnite Josie. Puyo Puyo for Smash, definitely. Well, somebody's being a little bit extra. Oh man, that's really sensitive. I mean, they're just numbers. Don't be afraid of numbers, guys. Like, do you know how big the abortion rates are? It's like somewhere between like 60 and 40%. But yeah, I'm gonna press F for Gino, because that's a character I really wanted. You know, I was very close on saying that we were gonna get a Square Enix character, and I was very close on saying it's probably gonna be like a swordsman or whatever, and likely third party, which makes me think the next character is probably gonna be third party. But considering the weird like pace of announcements, F for Spyro. Spyro was always I don't know, I never had any real faith for Spyro, just because it will always likely be Crash. And that division doesn't really budge all that much. You hope for Shantae and Crash. Shantae's probably unlikely. It made me think for a moment maybe Rayman would be a character, but seems unlikely. So yeah, I'm gonna keep speculating more about who the next characters can be. Cause I thought maybe Sora would be the next curveball, but no, Sephiroth is pretty good inclusion. I'm just waiting until the day they include another Bandai Namco character, because it really surprises me that we haven't gotten that at all. You know, because Namco makes Smash, and you only have one character in it, which is Pac-Man, which is fine, but Pac-Man is like a very iconic character. I mean, I think it'd be better to say he's not much of a video game character as much as he is like an icon, but like someone that's a little bit more familiar with gaming, let's say. I've been playing a lot of Katamari. I'd say Prince would be great. Put a Tekken character in there. Klonoa. I think Klonoa at this point has a better chance, but anyway. It seems like everything's done. But I want to replay this now. Can I not replay this? Or is this gonna go to private? Yeah, I went to private. Alright, here we go. Okay, so that's something.
Peggy 12.
That's a little bit weird to think, so it's gonna be on the 23rd, so like 22nd around midnight I can play this character. I didn't see this part though. And then you have just the patches are gonna come along, but yeah, that's all of this is gonna be very interesting to see. I mean, I can't wait for this character. Look, I didn't waste any money on Steve, but I'll definitely, like, I definitely want Sephiroth's character selection right next to Min-Min's. That's gonna be fun. Personalized copy of Smash and whatnot. Anyway, I saw this. I didn't see. Yeah, I don't think I saw the following stuff after this. I didn't see the part where he talked about the stage. Yeah, somewhere around here. Because he was talking about how you could charge up the side B.
線はすぐに崖に捕まることができますが、8頭1線は少しだけ上の方に飛び出してしまいます。それを使って攻撃
I
を
just
する
heard
という手もあ
Sakurai
り
say
ます
mega
が、
horny.
この違いには
Did you guys hear that?
捕まることができますが、8頭1線は少しだけ、1線はすぐに崖に捕まることができますが、8頭1線は少しだけ上の方に飛び出してしまいます。それを使って攻撃をするという手もありますが、
I mean, only for the people that bought the second Fighter's Pass, and I guess we'll see how many people bought that. I didn't buy the second Fighter's Pass. $30 for content that I'm not going to be able to access within like 1 or 2 years wasn't. It was enticing first time, not the second time.
受けた攻撃の強さによって先行がパワーアップします。見てくれの通り、後ろからの攻撃には無効です。
Oh wow, that's actually really good.
飛び道具は反射できません。防ぐことはできるんですけどね。
He made a counter. It's pretty interesting. You know what I would have loved if he took like a projectile and just
最大チャージショットなんか
it did just teleport to the
た
character.
だしダメージは防
But
ぐ。
okay.
復帰阻止に使うこともできます。
Yeah, so this counter is very much more defensive than it is like offensive, which I actually kind of prefer, you
最
know.
後の切り札は
Because sometimes matches end too quickly because of a counter.
セーファセヒロスがメテオで超新星
Good for you. Your Nintendo loves your consumership. But I couldn't. Yeah. It's like pre-ordering the second Fighter's Pass among the first. That's like $120. I couldn't do that. And then on that same day that Smash released, I bought the limited edition Pro controller, which that was like $70. So definitely was costly that day. Very costly. Damn, I'm only paying attention now, but he could also give status effects. God damn. That's nice. If there's something I've been noticing from a lot of these characters, is like they're kind of like mixtures of like other characters, you know what I mean? So like here you have Sephiroth that has like a neutral special like hero, has like a tilt like Incineroar, has a very unique counter, give him that. And then the rest of his moves seem to be based off of Cloud, like the down tilt. And then stuff like his side special seems to be based off of like Bayonetta. So yeah, I always wonder what the next character is gonna be, but I'll predict right now. We're probably not gonna see next character until like February or March. Let's see how COVID's doing. You get ripped off for that one. The only thing different is that it looks still this TV. I like the way it looks, and I could use a different controller. The only thing different that it looks different. Well, yeah, that's kind of. Yeah, it's kind of. It was limited edition, man, and it looks nice. And there's nothing bad with owning 2 Pro controllers. If it was more expensive than a normal one, then I probably wouldn't have got it. I didn't get the GameCube controller because that one's just like a different logo. At least like this one is aesthetically different and pleasing, you know. But if you got the GameCube one, they just swapped the logo, which, in my opinion, is like less interesting than Smash 4. Yeah. You don't play Smash a lot, do you? Because all of this is just Smash related. Just from time. I've had Joy-Cons that drifted, but not a lot of Pro controllers. I didn't even know Pro controllers could drift. Like, I know people who own controllers for a long time get it, but... Speaking of drifting, Television Amico, that's not gonna have any drifting, is it? God, I hope not. Does this stage have any obstacles? Because that'd be disappointing if it didn't. Yeah. Yeah, but expect me to be all over that because apparently Tommy Tallarico's gonna have a live stream. And I definitely don't want to miss that. Apparently he's gonna show off the UI of the Amico. You've damn a few pro controllers. I don't know what people do with their controllers and make them like, I don't know, like more like prone to wear and tear. I never had that problem. Like I put like 200 hours into Splatoon and never once it experienced drifting. Maybe I'm just terrible. I guess I'm not. Guess I'm not that much of a gamer, I guess. Like, I'm just thinking that people are just abusing their controllers, or they're just a lot more tense of it, I don't know. I personally haven't had issues like that. Just the, I would say the D-pad on a pro controller sucks. And the Joy-Cons, yeah, I've had plenty of drifting. It was bad. It's like every time I turned on the Switch, it just kept drifting to the left. And that was always annoying when I had to start a game. Yeah, I've been watching like tutorials on that too, because I wanted to like redesign, just add like custom aesthetics to the Switch, you know what I mean? The Joy-Cons are very like aesthetically pleasing, so I'd love like to place one to put in a D-pad, or put in or replace like the buttons, you know? Like, I don't know, I love the custom details. Like here's like an NES controller, I would love to, like an NES controller here, I would love to, I don't know, maybe one day spray paint this or give it like another coat of paint. I wanted to do that this year, but it was just impractical. It's like it was more like trouble than it was worth. I'll definitely get back to that by next year. What I am excited for is the what I am excited for is that we're gonna get a boss rush mode. That I'm gonna be playing a ton, because boss rush mode was like a quick mode I did for single player when I was playing Brawl. And I'm surprised it took them this long to put in a boss rush mode, especially when this game has a lot more interesting bosses than what Brawl had. And like these bosses are so like a great like showcase and expression of what Smash has, you know. Like I love the boss battles in this game. Yeah, I felt a little bit of a nostalgia. But yeah, it kind of sucked out how the boss battles were kind of just regulated to World of Light or specific character routes from in classic mode. But yeah, I can't wait for Sephiroth. Damn. I have no idea what difficulty Sakurai put this on, but I imagine it's like an early version of the character. I don't know if the final version will be as broken, but we'll see. I don't mind that, because when Hero came out, he was perfect for fighting bosses. Excuse me. So like when Hero came out, I was able to beat like a lot of bosses. Master Hand and Crazy Hand. And a few other ones. I think I beat Marks of Hero. I don't remember. And then there was Dracula, I think. Yeah, I'm really excited for this mode. If I could just wish for like the major changes and updates I'd want to this game, what I'd want would be just fixes, just more adjustments to the online, like arenas. Make it so that I can like swap between enabling spirits or not. I don't know why I have to like make a new arena just because I want to turn off spirits or custom stages. I don't know if it's even possible to fix the ranking, but we'll see. And then we've seen this part right here. Yeah, more boss rush. Guess we could take a better look at that track listing. You never know, it might not be the final version of Sephiroth, we'll see. I imagine it's all just like beta crap, you know. So anyway, here's the remixes that we can get. So we get one track from Advent, and then the 8 other ones seem to be all from Final Fantasy VII. You know what's crazy though? Is that it looks like he's not getting any spirits either. Because normally he shows off like the spirit board, and he didn't bring that up. So yeah, that's crazy. Am I saying things correctly? But there's like no spirits for this character whatsoever, right? I mean, I guess you could get by that legally because every character gets tracks and stages. And I assume this Sephiroth challenge was there for characters that I don't think he's getting spirits, because if he was getting spirits, why not show it off in this live stream? That's crazy. That I don't think there's gonna be spirits. Oh, I don't know, because it doesn't take that long to make spirits. Like, how long can it really take to make spirits? Take a PNG and then assign like some pre-made battle to it. It can't be that long. Like, how long was it make to make spirit battles for other characters? I just think that especially when you made like hundreds of them, I don't think he's getting a spirit board, because then why wouldn't he show it here? Like, that doesn't make any sense. That man might be tired. Sure thing, but if he was really tired, he would have just said, hey, we're getting a spirit board, not going to show it off yet. I don't know, that's just weird. I mean, he literally did that for every other character. Unless we get like a trailer for it, but if he's not going to show off the spirit board, then there's probably no spirit board. But because when you go on the menu in the game and it shows off like the other areas for spirits, unless like the next update just gets rid of like one space, it's probably, I don't know, or it's just gonna be very low. Maybe, we'll see. It's gonna be like less than a week from now, so we don't have to wait that long. But if there is a spirit board, then it's just weird that wasn't shown off at all. That's all I'm saying. And there we go, there's Gino right there. All of me costumes are Final Fantasy characters, which, yeah, I predicted that. And then Gino, which really hurts. I mean, the chances for Gino are just even lower now, if not completely debunked, but we'll see. If there's ever a third fighter pass, I feel like he might include him. Yeah. I just realized Sakurai has something on his face right there. Maybe makeup, or that's just his sweat reflection. Looks like he had like an accident there, isn't it? Or am I just imagining things? Maybe I'm just imagining things. But I swear, I see something like shiny on his forehead. Do you see that? Not to make fun of him or anything, but we'll see. Looks like he just kind of rubbed Vaseline all over his face. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and it's like, from this angle, it looks like he had like an accident. But as soon as he turns his head, it's just reflection. It just looks like he just rubbed Vaseline on his face. So. Yeah, I'm just imagining things. It's nice to see we get a shirtless Sephiroth. That's what everyone needs. I kind of wish Sephiroth had more detail, but could smash. Get less. At least this character is not as gimmicky as the other ones. It looks like the only other one is the One Wing Angel, which I'm still confused about how that works. Yeah, Sephiroth is gonna be a nasty. It's gonna be a nasty character. That always seems to happen for Smash characters. I don't know why. Like, if you were there when Isabelle got announced, that was a nasty day for DeviantArt. That was a terrible day. The furries and the fan artists strikes hard that day.
例えばストック数が優勢の時には 100% 超えてもまだ
It's an interesting way to balance character. It actually having like stocks in the game and damage output actually like influences your advantage and disadvantage in the game. That's pretty interesting. Even more than what Steve. Even though you had to reprogram like every stage to make sure Steve worked. And this one, yeah, just if you have more stocks, no matter what stage, you can't use One Wing Angel. And then when you get rid of a stock, One Wing Angel is gone. Very interesting mechanics, which I really like. Just like subtlety, I really like that. I like the subtlety of these mechanics. Just so that like the more competitive players will take that into account, and then like everyone else is just gonna be hot garbage with this character. You gotta love how Sephiroth's sword is so long that just hitting him by the hilt can count as a neutral attack. Just wow, what a badass. He's not even gonna hit you with his sword, he's just gonna use the hilt. Yeah, he's just gonna pull out the sword, and there you go, that's a jab right there. I love that. You know what's also nice is that these are characters that are gonna be fun in casual play and in competitive, which I always appreciate for characters that can kind of do both. Like, even though a character like Hero isn't a character I use all that much, I do appreciate him when it comes to boss battles and single player mode. For that, he's a lot of fun. And his tilt, not like the most creative one, but it works. I wish we had Alucard in the game so that we can have Sephiroth via Alucard. But this is about close as we get. I imagine if there was ever a future Smash game, the next batch of third-party characters would be the ones that are Mikasa's in this one. Hopefully Gino has his day. Hopefully. But if I had to make a safe assumption, that's probably the last we're gonna see of Square Enix characters. I mean, I'm still hoping we get CJ in there. I'm really hoping for a Rockstar character. I think that would be awesome. And I don't know who else. I would love to have Rayman in the game, but that's probably unlikely. Maybe another indie character we'll see. I think Ryo Hayabusa's probably another one. And I was watching a few rumor videos from before where there were like rumors and leaks about Steve being in the game that no one believed at the time. And those same people that made up those rumors also mentioned other characters, which makes me think that other characters are going to be possible. If you're interested in that, we can watch that. But one of them mentioned Catalina from Guilty Gear, so it's possible we're gonna get an Arc Systems character in this game as well, which would be interesting. That would be interesting. I have no experience with Arc System games, but they're good. There's probably like one rule that Sakurai always has. It's that anime swordsmen are always gonna be here to stay, you know. Oh yeah, and you gotta love how for air attacks, they're called Mayukuchu. I like that. This is what I'm gonna call them. Yeah, I hear that. I keep saying Mayukuchu. This character is gonna be a pain to plan online for most like casuals and children, but he's gonna be a lot of fun. Party game.
そんな細かいことを言うのは、まあ、大会に出る人ぐらいでいいんじゃないかなと。というわけで、前空中攻撃当てる
It's
と
kind of nice that he brought up the competitive scene for a moment. I wonder if he knows about the melee situation, or if
上空中攻撃広範囲の投げ払いです。
or if he knows about the other
上スマッシュ
things.
攻撃と似てますね。まあ実際代わりに使う
The next major Smash tournament's gonna be really interesting. It's gonna be like the first tournament that we're gonna get. You know, no Nairo, no Zero, no Kentaro. There's a lot of players that are gonna be absent. It's gonna be easy for any newcomers to come and win, but yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
例によって床上からの攻撃にも使えます。攻撃範囲はかなり広くしゃがんでいても
This is definitely gonna be a sword character. I'm probably gonna play a lot more of than any other swordsman, just because he actually has like some worthwhile moves, like a projectile, slashes, an interesting mechanic, and one winged angel. Occasionally kicks, occasionally punches. Very versatile. And has a lot of style. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Also, not to mention throws, because almost every sword character has like the worst throws in the game. They're not even worth doing. Like, fun fact, Richter's forward grab is very powerful. For whatever reason. If there's more characters I'd want, it'd probably be characters that use whips, just because the only one we have is the Belmonts. I would wish for like Poison, what's her name, Ivy Valentine from Soul Calibur to be in this game, but that's very, very unlikely. I don't know if there's any other characters that use whips, but if they exist, I would love them to be in Smash. If I had to guess, this move works almost near exactly like Heroes. But, you know, I want to do. Hold on, give me like a moment right here. I'm gonna do something. I want to find that Did You Know Gaming video, because I think that's gonna be interesting to see in terms of rumors. But yeah, I can't wait for this. Did we see Kirby, by the way? Did we see Kirby in a Sephiroth costume? I don't know if we did. Alright, here we go. I found it. So yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. But, yeah, I think I got the gist of this character right now. You know, that side B is gonna be hella fun to do. Side B holding. Down B counter, which should be interesting to see, because that down B you actually need strategy to like play it. Make sure it's facing the right way. And it can't recover against like that many attacks. It can break. And the side B is like a slash, right? And then like his up B is also recovery move as if he was a Mii fighter. I'm not missing anything here, am I? I think everything else is self-explanatory. What I haven't seen was his Final Smash. His Final Smash seemed underwhelming, wasn't it? I barely noticed it. Yeah. This character is gonna be very cheap, so be prepared for the soul. Oh wow! Just plays like a cutscene, and then it gives it paralysis effects. My only complaints about those types of cutscenes is that they don't actually show the character doing the attacks. It just shows them doing a thing, if you understand what I mean. So, okay. Oh, reverse controls, wow. I'd hate to beat a person that gets reverse controls. That's gonna be rage right there. That's gonna be rage in casuals. You get hit, you get reverse controls. Oh my god. And you gotta be careful for that. Imagine that move hits like 7 characters and you're the one that gets reverse controls. Every DLC character. Really? Min Min, Sephiroth, Hero, Terry. Yeah, I'd say Terry's kind of like the exception. It's kind of a mix of both. Joker, yeah, I could say that. Banjo. I guess you're right. So I don't notice that much because I was like flashy. You know, like at least Min Min does like a move from her actual game. Alongside the other ARMS characters. Yeah, that's about it. If you want to count Piranha Plant. Fusion Sword, yep. I wonder if Sakurai needed permission to use that move. But anyway. Seems like everything's good here. Let me just watch this so I'm a little bit bored.
今回は勝ち上がり乱闘をやってみたいと思います。例によって、本気度は一番高くしてます。
That's gonna be interesting.
なぜかというと
So you're telling me the chosen ones? Oh wow. So like Sephiroth's classic mode is actually just gonna be a boss rush. That's insane. You'd think he'd be fighting Cloud, but no. Instead, we're gonna make him like the pivotal final boss, and his classic route is just gonna be him fighting bosses. Holy shit! Sakurai's a madman. And what did he put it at? 5.0. Yeah, I think Sephiroth is gonna be very broken. Yeah, he put it at 5.0. And he's just gonna be fighting all of these bosses. Holy crap. That's insane. DLC characters aren't on that that painting. They're on that like long ass portrait, but they're not in the end game painting. I don't know what you call it, classic mode painting. They're not in there. That's just for the main roster. They haven't been updated, which maybe one day it will be, but no, they're not there. Cause like that painting is almost like a chronicle of just like what the hell those characters are doing. But yeah, that's why I had to I thought it was a boss rush mode, so it's not a boss rush mode. It's just Sephiroth's classic mode route just being nothing but bosses, which yeah, that's pretty interesting. At least it makes for like a creative standout classic mode, which I'll definitely do this maybe first when I get it. I think I'll play online first. But okay, it makes more sense now because I didn't understand it that well myself either. Okay, but that makes sense. I wonder if these bosses are intentionally just weaker because he's not even using spirits either. So yeah, it's interesting. And again, this could just be like a prototype, like an unfinished version of Sephiroth in terms of balancing. So we'll have to wait and see, but if this is what the final version of him looks like the final touches, then yeah, he's gonna be very powerful. He's easily gonna be like an A tier or an S tier automatically. And I know it's like generic to say that, and I know it's generic to say that the new Smash character is broken, but from everything I've seen, it looks like, I mean, people said that Steve was gonna be broken, but you know, I was always just kind of laughing at that idea, but this character actually generally seems broken. But again, we'll have to wait and see. And again, it's not like a character being broken is gonna stay that way. I mean, it stayed that way for Bayonetta, but because more people play Ultimate more than anyone ever did 4, I feel like that would be quick thing to rectify. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. At least I'm actually gonna like buy this character this time because I didn't buy Steve. So that means I waited longer than most fans to play a new character. So I'm very happy for this. It looks like this character is gonna make up for the time I had to wait in not buying Steve. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to play this character because now this character I'm probably gonna play twice as long as any other DLC character because I didn't buy Steve. turns out I'm a Min Min main, which who would have thought? I don't know if you saw me play Min Min, but yeah, Min Min is crazy. Terry, I really want to main Terry. Like, he's a lot of fun and I love him, so. And Banjo's also a decent character. I'm gonna pre-order his amiibo, so that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. So if you see the portrait here, it's just the main roster, and wow, he's on 9.9. This dude. I wouldn't be surprised if Sakurai cheekfully like influenced his games like in debug mode so that he can make it look like he's better than he actually is, you know? Because that's a lot of freaking damage to do to both hands, Master and Crazy. I don't know what you call them, a pair of hands. They don't have a name for them, right? They're just called Master and Crazy Hand. So just call them the Smash Hands. So then, yeah, these characters are gonna be insane. But on 9, I've played Classic Mode 9.9, and like these bosses do not go easily on 9.9. Like, it's like chip damage at that point. But yeah, we'll see. Like I said, we'll see. Maybe the final version won't be as powerful. And it won't surprise me if Sakurai used debug mode just to make Sephiroth just like more powerful than he actually is. But we'll see. Maybe it's adjusted, but because it's 9.9, it's, yeah. Now I understand what you meant. I'm just confused that that's what actually happened. But like I said, we'll see. He might just change that within the week. You know, I imagine Sakurai is just gonna spend like next week just preparing for everything and releasing the patch notes, which who knows what the patch notes are gonna look like, because the last batch of patches were very interesting in terms of what they fixed and didn't fix. Like, they improved on Lucario in the patch before that, they improved Mewtwo. So imagine for any like weaker character in between, they'll be fixing them. And then he shows off the roster around here. So yeah, just so that we can have like a reference of the current Smash roster, which, holy crap, I'm not gonna get used to this big ass roster. And then it's gonna get bigger, 3 more characters, possibly a 3rd fighter pass, because it looks like many people bought the 2nd one, so yeah. So let's see in terms of nerfs and buffs. Right, we'll do like a quick quick overview here. So like Mario, buff, nerf. I think Mario would probably get like a slight buff, you know. Probably improve some of his other moves. That's about it. Donkey Kong, yeah, I could see a buff. Link, let's say unchanged. Samus, unchanged, perhaps. Yoshi, I can definitely see Yoshi getting like a buff, just so that more Smash players can be annoyed. Kirby, yeah, I can definitely see Kirby. Fox, again, I'm just guessing here. Likely unchanged. Pikachu, possibly buffed. Luigi, possibly buffed. I'm just going off the top of my head. Not in terms of characters that need it or don't need it. Just like what would be the likelihood of them getting one. Because, I mean, Sakurai buffed Ness, and nobody was asking for Ness buffs. Captain Falcon, I'm going to say unchanged. Jigglypuff, unchanged. Peach, unchanged. Yeah, I think Peach would be unchanged. Bowser, hopefully buffed. I hope he improve. I hope he buffs Bowser. Because for all the Bowser mains out there, they're pretty good. They make for good competition. Ice Climbers have already been buffed, so likely unchanged. I could see Sheik getting buffed again. Zelda, I'm gonna say unchanged. Dr. Mario, unchanged. Pichu, what about Pichu? I don't know if I'd call it like a buff or a nerf. But that just might be like a change. Maybe Sakurai will change it. But just because the character needs one doesn't mean that Sakurai will change it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I guess probably not, because Sakurai already updated Pichu, let's say. well, Daddy Sakurai is definitely it's definitely Melissa's today. Falco, I'm gonna say unchanged. Marth unchanged. Maybe Lucina will get a buff. Young Link, oh boy. I'd say there's only 3 characters in this game that generally piss me off. Joshi, Young Link, and who else? There's another character in here. In terms of characters that generally annoy me. But yeah, I imagine maybe we'll get more buffs for Link. Or maybe a nerf. But if I had, I guess, unchanged. Ganondorf, unchanged. I would love a buff for Ganondorf, but it's probably going to be unchanged. Mewtwo, unchanged. He already buffed Mewtwo. I'd say he needs more buffs, but probably not. Like there's a few times where like Sakurai double dips on just updating these characters, because you can see like the patch history of characters that have been changed, and like there's not like consistent like direction. Like some characters got more updates than others, and like the amount of characters that get updated is very low. So if a lot of characters got buffed in the last patch, we're probably gonna see like few characters, maybe like maximum like 5 characters get buffed, and a few more get nerfed. Let's say Chrom is in desperate need of a buff, just because his recovery is probably the second worst recovery next to Little Mac. And if Little Mac wasn't in this game, Chrom would easily have the worst recovery in this game. It's kind of sad, right? When it comes to Chrom, it's probably like the most sad I'll ever be for playing against like a main. Because like I don't even have to like beat a Chrom to win. All you have to do is just give them enough damage, push them off the ledge by a few centimeters, watch them recover to no success, and there you go. But I think Chrom's recovery can easily be fixed. Just make it slightly higher. I mean, it's already worse than Ike's, but we'll see. Mii Gunner, which one are you talking about? Mii Gunners have 3 different recoveries, but from what I've seen, they work. Like Mii Gunner has like an uppercut type recovery, that works like as an offensive one. There's one where they rocket themselves. That's good. And then there's like another one where they rocket themselves, but there's a projectile that drops below them. Like I've seen Mii Gunners recover pretty well, so I'm gonna disagree with that, because it's Chroms and Little Macs and occasionally Belmonts that have like the worst times in recovering, man. Like I don't know, I've never seen like a Mii Gunner struggle to recover. The one character where they kick up, the one where they kick up into the air to cover, that's a Mii fighter, isn't it? That's a Mii brawler, because the Mii Gunner doesn't, like the Mii Gunner kind of uses their gun as like a jet, but the Mii brawler still I would still argue has a better recoveries than Little Mac or Chrom. They don't have that, do they? Like someone please correct me on that, but I'm almost sure that's not like that's like my Switch is still charging and I don't want to close my game, but I'm pretty sure it's Mii brawler, because you're saying the kick up into the air to recover. That sounds like Mii brawler. Mii brawler has like the more melee attacks. Mii Gunner, right? Because that's like the most popular of the Mii fighters. They use the gun, right? They use the gun to propel themselves like a rocket, and the other one is like an uppercut. That's what it is, right? Like I'm sorry, I think you're wrong on that. Like it's fine, you know, it's not a big deal, but I'm pretty sure they use the freaking gun to propel themselves as a rocket. And then for me, Sword Fighter, one of them is like where they do like an up and down position, like Cloud, where they strike up and then downward. Another one is like one very similar to Link's, and the other one, I forgot what the other one was. I think the other one is like it's like a stripe, but yeah, they boast themselves up, but their foot comes out like a hitbox, and that's the one. That's the uppercut one, right? Because then the Mii brawler also has the one that just kind of like hovers in between like Donkey Kong's. But that's the thing about like the Mii's is that they have 3 different recoveries, so you'll find one that works, right? And again, in my experience seeing Mii Gunners where they dress up as like Sans or Cuphead, like again, I've never seen them. I mean, you could call it terrible, but I think Chrome's is like the worst. It goes nowhere. But what about the other two? Are the other two good, or like are all of them terrible? Because like I'm saying, like if just one is terrible, that's fine. Because unlike the other characters, the Mii's have you can switch, you can swap moves. But the Mii Gunner, yeah, the Mii Gunner. I've never seen a Mii Gunner struggle with recovery. But yeah, just from personal experience, I've never seen a Mii Gunner struggle with recovery. With Crom and Lucas, I see that. And occasionally, let's say Lucas and Ness, because they got to do the PK Spark. But that's about it. I don't know. Like, I call it a bad recovery when you see characters like other players competing, like actively like struggle to try to recover from the ground. And for that, I'd say no. Mii Gunner's recovery is pretty decent. It works, but I would say Little Max and Chroms is essentially worthless. Worthless. But I don't know. The next time I play Smash in like a week, you know, when Sephiroth comes out, I'll say. Yeah, I could say it's bad, but it's not as terrible. And at least I've never seen people struggle. I've never seen anyone struggle with Mii Gunner with recovery as much as I've seen Chrom and Little Mac. Like 90% of the time when a Chrom recovers, they suicide. You know, I've never seen that much of Mii Gunner personally. Just saying. So like the move back, I'm annoyed. It doesn't have to be a debate. I'm just saying. I'm just saying for personal experience, Chrom is like the worst recovery. I don't know. I guess we'll have to experiment. We'll have to experiment with the Mii's. I'll play Mii Gunner, see what happens. Watch me play Chrom and watch my GSP go below. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, it's just an opinion. It's just, I'm pretty sure everyone has like their own thoughts about it, but I'm not. I think Chroms is easily the worst. Little Mac, you can kind of understand Little Mac because he was designed to be like that, but when other sword characters have better recoveries, what's the excuse for Chrom, you know? I mean, again, these are just trivial things, you know, it's not a big deal. I wanna go back to what I was originally talking about now. Mr. Game and Watch. I'm gonna say that's probably gonna be unchanged, whether it be buff or nerf. I mean, I hope they be buffs because Mr. Game and Watch is a pretty decent character, but they're not. Nah, I would say unchanged. Mennonite possibly buff, probably unchanged. Pit's unchanged. Just because like Pit's supposed to be like the most like regular character in the game, you know, not that powerful, not that weak either, just random. Zertz Samus probably unchanged. Wario, maybe there's a buff, likely unchanged as well. Snake, I hope there's buffs for snakes, but again, probably unchanged. Ike, I'd say Ike's probably unchanged. Because I mean, he got a pretty good amount of buffs throughout the years, so I'd say he's good. Pokemon Trainer, we'll see, because they might just like buff Squirtle and then leave the other 2 characters unchanged. We'll see, because I know Ivysaur got a big buff, and I think Charizard got slightly better, so possibly unchanged for Pokemon Trainer. Just because if you're gonna like balance craft for Pokemon Trainer, you likely have to take the other characters into account, is what I'm imagining. Diddy Kong, maybe, I think he'll get a buff, like a slight buff. Like I know his neutral got buff. Maybe this time his side B improves or whatever, or a few of his tilt attacks. Lucas, I really like Lucas, and if you see me like play, you know I'm nasty as Lucas, but I'd say probably unlikely. I don't know when's the last time he got buffed, but it's probably not gonna happen. I mean, Ness got buffed, but Lucas didn't. Or maybe for this update, it's already decided that's Lucas' turn to get buffed. We'll see. Sonic, maybe he'll get like a slight nerf. I don't see him getting buffed, but you never know. King Dedede, I'm gonna say unchanged, because oddly enough, Sakurai is very neglectful of his own characters. Like, I don't think he touches the Kirby characters at all, except for Kirby. So I would say that's unlikely. Olimar, if you buff him, I don't think much is gonna change about him. Just because his moveset revolves so much around the Pikmin, and you can never like stay like track of like one moveset just because it always changes depending on what Pikmin you use. You know, sometimes you have a long range, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get a very nice forward smash, sometimes you don't. Lucario already got buffed, so it's likely unchanged. Rom the Robot, a character that I played a lot of in Smash 4 and in Brawl, and one that I essentially just kind of disposed of like last year. I'd say probably unchanged. I don't know if anyone cares about poor Rom the Robot. Toon Link. No, probably not. Wolf. I don't know if there's anything to buff about Wolf, but I'd say probably unchanged. Villager, maybe a few buffs. Mega Man, unchanged. Wii Fit Trainer, unchanged. Rosina Luma, perhaps a buff. Little Mac, unchanged. Green Ninja, either unchanged or nerfed. Palutena, possibly buff, possibly. Mega Man, Pac-Man, unlikely. Since Steve Glide, why not give Meta Knight Glide? I don't know. They might have to change Meta Knight's entire moveset, but I mean, they did pretty good with balancing Steve's Glide. So, and again, if you're gonna give Meta Knight a Glide, give Charizard a Glide too. Maybe that's like an extra update that Sakurai might put in the future, essentially because if the gliding mechanics were already introduced from Brawl, and if every character from Brawl is in this game, then why wouldn't they? I imagine just could be for balance purposes, but I don't think it'd be that bad a thing. I think it would just be Meta Knight who get the glide, because Pits and Charizard's recoveries are pretty different, but I don't know. I think that'd be nice, but it's probably unlikely. I imagine Sakurai had no intention of putting glides back, but after he had to include Steve and had to think of a recovery, he probably said, yeah, I'm putting glides back in. So we'll see. That would be nice, though. If Meta Knight had his glide in, I'd probably have more reasons to play as him. So hopefully he puts a glide in. Robin, I'd say you could probably give him a buff, but not much would change. Because Robin is a very, I mean, for lack of better words, just shallow character. Just because no matter how many times you buff him, he's still gonna have like the issues that like his main moves and his specials all require like a meter of some sort. So if you buff him, not much is gonna change. Shulk. I think Shulk could use an extra buff, just because I think a lot of his sword moves just kind of come out a little bit too slow. But I'd say probably unchanged. Bowser Jr. unchanged as well. Duck Hunt unchanged. I mean, again, these characters will all be good if they had buffs, but likely unchanged. Same for Ryukin, unchanged. Cloud. It'd be funny if Cloud got a buff alongside with the Sephiroth release. I mean, just because it's Sephiroth, I'm gonna say Cloud gets a buff, but we'll see. I mean, he did change his final smash, so you can call that a buff, and maybe he'll change back the limit break where it doesn't get disposed of after a while. You actually get to keep it until you use a move, but we'll see. Corrin. I would say unchanged. Bayonetta, unchanged. Inkling, possibly buffed. Ridley, unchanged. Even though he could really use like a buff, probably unchanged. Simon and Richter, probably my favorite characters to come out of Ultimate. I'd say unchanged. They were already buffed in the last patch. King K. Rool, maybe a buff, unlikely. Isabel, yeah, I could see a buff, but unlikely, unchanged. Incineroar, they did a lot of work with Incineroar with every few updates. They could do another one. I'd probably have to say unchanged. Piranha Plant, possible buff. I mean, he technically got buffed with the neutrals. Maybe he gets buffed again, but we'll see. I'd probably have to say unchanged. Same with Joker, unchanged, but maybe he could get nerfed, you know, because you could probably nerf a lot of things about Joker and he'd still be like a good character. Like if you nerf his arson abilities, nerf his counter, nerf the Aegon, the side B. If anything, I'm gonna say it's unchanged. Hero, I think we can see some substantial buffs for heroes just because he needs better moves other than the down B. I would say. Banjo and Kazooie, they already been buffed, probably unchanged. Terry, unchanged. Byleth, we might see a slight buff for Byleth, but likely unchanged. Same for Min Min. Although it would be nice if Min Min's recovery just extended just a little bit more. And then Steve. I think Steve will probably... I like Sephiroth. I think he's a great pick. I think he's a better pick than Steve. I enjoy it when Sakurai throws in like surprises, you know, because I know everybody either wants Crash or Doomguy or Sora, but I appreciate it when Sakurai puts in a character that like nobody was expecting. So I do appreciate that, or like a character that nobody even demanded. So because another criteria for me to like a character is for them to be fun. Like I wasn't the most exciting about Byleth being in the game, but after I got the chance to play as him and her, they're fun characters. You know, Byleth is a fun character, so I'd say that was definitely like a good inclusion. You know, personally speaking, and the Three Houses music kicks ass. Sephiroth, I'd say kind of the same thing. Yeah, it almost seems like a meme at this point. It kind of seems like a Photoshop leaked, but no, it's a real thing. Steve right next to Sephiroth. You gotta like how they have the same initials too. I was kind of expecting them to use like basic ass names, because I don't know if you noticed this, but like this wave of DLC characters have like some very basic ass names. Like Piranha Plant, very basic name. Or general names like Joker, not a basic name but very general. You know, anyone could be called Joker. Joker is just like an alias. Hero, you can argue half of these characters are heroes. Again, very like general and basic. Like his name's like Erdrick or something. Banjo and Kazooie, literal instruments. Terry, actual name. Byleth, actual. Min Min, you can argue that's not an actual name because I think Min Min is just like a pun off of pun, or just like it's like a pun off of like noodles or whatever. And then Steve, which Steve is one of the most basic ass names that can exist. Oh yeah, and then you have the sword fighter, gunner, and brawler. So I kind of thought maybe we'd get like a basic ass name named character in here. Like I don't know, maybe we would get 2B in this. A few other characters. It's definitely well crafted, but also it's like a Dream Master. It's like a nice pick of like some of gaming's best. Normally, like those like Photoshop like fan rosters would always have like the most obscure, obtuse characters. Like characters are likely never making in. I would really love to see like those old pictures again. Because I remember if someone was gonna put a character from a franchise and they put in more. Like I always thought Chun-Li would always be like an interesting character in Smash, but because Ryu and Ken are the most iconic, she will never make it in. But I think Chun-Li would have made like a great character. I would have loved her having Smash. Then, yeah, Cloud was always included in there alongside Banjo. And at the time, Minecraft wasn't even like a game, wasn't even a thing. When people started making like these fan rosters, where they would either be like pixel art or just take like the melee character selection screen and just like blow it out of proportions, you know. But yeah, basically I was like every fan character here except for Bomberman. Bomberman's not in here. Bomberman was always a popular one, or the mage from Final Fantasy as well. Rob gets a half pass. You can only play as regular people names. Yeah, Simon, Richter, Isabel. Everyone else has weird ass names, or just basic ass names. Mario, Luigi, Pikachu and Pichu. That's just the name of their species. Ice Climbers. Ice Climbers technically doesn't have a name. That's just what the duo is called. But they're called Nan and Popo. I forgot. Shit. Then Jigglypuff, same thing. I don't think so. She plays Pokemon more. From if I can remember from past conversations, that she's mostly Pokemon. You know, Smash is technically a party game, but it's very flattering to call it a fighting game. I always recommend Smash to people, but it's not for everyone. I kind of don't understand people that don't play Smash for like 2 hours a day. Somebody actually said that on Reddit, but yeah, it's kind of crazy to think there are people out there that don't play this game. Like, you have a Switch, play this game, but man, I'm terrible at Mario Kart. Like, I will kick ass in single player, but put me in online, I've had worse experiences playing Mario Kart online than I have playing GTA online or any of the Call of Duties. Not gonna lie. But yeah, if one thing that'd been great for these characters just to have like badass names, but a lot of them are just very general or just nouns. You know, at least other fighting game characters, their names make sense, but in here they can just be all over the place. You know, you can have a character called Banjo and Kazooie, or you can have a character just literally called Meme Brawler, or a character that has like their middle name included, which, you know, you could argue because I know K. Rool doesn't actually have like a middle name. That's just kind of what he calls himself. Simon Richter as well. Wii Fit Trainer. I don't know if anyone ever got excited about the Wii Fit Trainer. I want to play as the Wii Fit Trainer. Duck Hunt, Shulk. You know, back in the day, everyone just kind of kept calling him Shrek because it's like the closest you can kind of get to a Shulk right there. King D. I've heard people call him King Day to Day, which sounds terrible, or just D. The trainer for Pokemon, he doesn't have a name. It's just called Pokemon Trainer. Just very like general names. Mr. Game & Watch, which probably has like the most amount of like grammar to his name. He has Mr., so you know he's a man. But his name is also followed up by an and, you know? So it's very weird. But then the other characters there, yeah, they're alright. They all have names, and then you have the Pokemon. And Yoshi. King Dedede Nuts. You know, it's a very old joke. The big gay dance is very old. But you know, it's a joke that always made me laugh. When people made compilations of Dedede getting destroyed, you would just see captions that just say kicked in the Dedede dick. Try saying that over and over again. King Dedede's dick. It's like 5 years since I've heard that joke, and it still makes me laugh. So yeah, this was a fun time here. Not much to say. Maybe learn how to play a game, but yeah. Very weird and odd names that these characters can get. You know, some of them make sense, and some of them are just, you know, normal but appropriate. You know, like you have like a child, his name's Lucas. You know, I've known plenty of kids named Lucas, but who the hell names a kid Ness? You know, and just characters that just kind of have names, not essentially what you call them, just names. Like Inkling technically doesn't have a name; it's just called Inkling. A lot of like Avatar or just like basic characters, you know. But it's nice that Sephiroth he's like a one of a kind person, you know. He doesn't have like a general name, doesn't have like an and or an asterisk or whatever. It's just Sephiroth, which is nice. The only thing we're missing is for a black character to be in this game because to quote, unless you count the Enderman costume from Steve right here, it's like the game is called what's his name? Chad Warden, the quote Chad Warden. It's called Smash Brothers, but there's no brothers in the game. One of my favorite quotes of all time because yeah, there's no black people in Smash, unfortunately. Oh right, we've had a discussion Game and Watch. You really don't know whether if that's just what people in the Game and Watch world looks like, or whether or not he's black. I don't know. Unless there's like a mini game where like he's running away from the cops. I imagine Mr. Game and Watch is just white, or we perceive him as black because like there's no graphics in the game. You know what I mean? I mean it's debatable, you know, and I will debate that till I go blue. Is Mr. Game and Watch black? They censored the black man, bro. But I don't know. I don't know. Do you guys? You're a Minecraft fan, so does the Enderman count as a black guy? Is he? Do Endermen identify their race? What is my Game and Watch? Because that's possible, but again, I think dogs recognize their own race by breeds much more than color. But I don't know. I'm not a dog. I don't know. I'm not an anthropomorphic animal. I'm not a furry, so I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, Incineroar has an old costume for being black, so maybe. Hold on, I gotta check this couch real quick. Maybe I left the Game and Watch in here. Oh man, shit. I can't find my Game and Watch. Ah, here it is. But anyway, you tell me, right? Because here's Ball with Mario, and you can see his face is clear, but his limbs are black or black clothes. Ironically, they kind of look like Gilbert, so I don't know. I think you can say Mr. Game & Watch is black because of his limitations of his origins, of the hardware in which he debuted in, but because Smash is capable of higher fidelity graphics, I don't know. I guess you could say Game & Watch is a black guy, but until the day that Nintendo, you know, puts Game & Watch in another game with other characters, we'll never know. He could be black, maybe not. He's kind of like a weird character like that, you know? But you know, brothers, bro. We need a brother in Smash Brothers. Yeah, I know what you mean, but we're talking about like black Negro. I think. Yeah. I think the Pokemon trainer has some dark skin colors. Sort of. I mean, I guess we could say Little Mac. He's like a little bit tan, or even Steve. You could say Steve can kind of count as a minority. I mean, I don't know. Like, you look at these characters and you think, can they apply for, what's that word? Like, if these characters can apply for affirmative action, then I guess you can count them as black. But like, they're not, like, fully or, like, like, very, very dark, like how easily can they get kicked out of he easily kicked out of a segregated restaurant? You know, that's the real question. I guess the me's can also count because if you're black, or if you make a black me, you're black. That's interesting. You know, I always have these conversations about racial code. I don't know if Cable counts as black or not. I mean, he is a king, like T'Challa, and he does have an island. You know, Africa's a giant island, so maybe I don't know. As you can tell, I'm not a very politically correct person, and there's no black people here, right? So they can educate me a bit. I think Duck Hutt has an alternate costume where he's a black dog, so maybe he counts. But he's not a black man; he's a black dog. Then you have a Black Pit, which is his Japanese name. Oh right, yeah. But the thing about the Black Inkling though is that I think that's a she, right? That's a lady Inkling. That's a girl Inkling. So you could say there's sisters. There's a sister in Smash Brothers, but there's no brothers in Smash Brothers. But I don't know. I don't know. That's a debate. That's a very worthwhile debate. Okay, there is a he. Okay, good to know. Then I guess there is a brother in Smash Brothers. We finally found it. It's in fact the Inkling. So it took about 20 or 19 years, depending on where you live, for them to be a brother in Smash Brothers. But again, when it comes to race, right? Race theory time, human beings, right? A black human being, a brother in Smash Brothers. Inkling is close, but they're technically fish. So there's a black fish in Smash Brothers. But I think to fully be a brother has to be human and black, which I think is like the pure I think has to be the pure definition of a brother in Smash Brothers, you know. It's like that debate when people said Obama was too white or too black. You know, you gotta make sure there's little doubt on you as possible. You gotta be the blackest person around. Falco has an alt, but again, Falco's a bird, so if he was black, he'd be like a crow, you know. I don't know. I don't know if other animals, if other creatures think about their race as much as humans do, but yeah, you could say that. That's debatable, you know. Whether or not you consider bird people to be a marginalized race or not. Kirby alt. Sure. I don't know what you call them. You know, they're water-based creatures or whatever. Oh, of course, DK. I wasn't gonna open that can of worms. DK's a gorilla, so unless you think gorillas can apply for affirmative action and welfare, I don't know, man. But sure, but I mean, DK's pretty brown and thick as it is. Squids are cephalopods in a superorder. The catappods are elongated bodies. Yeah. But I mean, these swim like fish, so they're fish to me. But because they are humanoid, I guess I think the octolings would represent the black race more because they are pretty marginalized and they live underground. You know, hashtag political commentary. So I think maybe they count as well, but I don't know. I would love to make like a post like that and just see how far it goes. You know, we're gonna see a lot of people being canceled and a lot of people just having extreme race theory length essays. Yeah, I know that. I know that. If he accepts if he accepts it, I'll do it. He can join the role if he likes. And then I'll have to do that on the Discord as well. So if you accept the role, I'll do it right now. You know, I didn't make May a mod. You know, didn't. You know, and I did it like much later. You know, she's not allowed in the Discord and whatnot. So Oh, right, but I think that's like the Edgelord costumes, right? That's like the dark ones. But I think the most clear cut answer you can get would be the Mii's. Because there are Mii's that are black and human. Like, Mii's are supposed to represent ourselves. So then I think that's like the most clear cut way. But yeah, I don't care. I would love to be here for much more time that isn't foreign more. I mean, literally just like last night, I went to bed at like 1 and woke up around like 7. You know, just to say I still get like 5 hours of sleep every now and then. There was a terrible snowstorm. I don't know if you guys heard or affected your area, but I know the storm started in Virginia or whatever, and moved all the way up to where I live. And then yeah, I shoveled today too. It was rough, especially this year where my body has never been phenomenally weaker. Yeah, that was rough, man. I hate it. Like I know a few people here live in like New York or whatever, New Hampshire. You know me. I live in Mass, so it was rough. I just wanted to go to bed, and I don't know why. I kept having like issues with the body. It just wasn't good. But at least I made it in time for this, which I'm glad. Yeah, but again, that depends whether or not you consider plants to be can be marginalized, or if you can put plants on the same level as human beings, which I don't. I do not. I do not recognize plants as a sentient species. Maybe the ones you'll find in Paper Mario, because they actually have like lives and like goals and feelings, like Mario, but otherwise, I don't think so. Um, I guess you could say that, and if you believe Pokemon are slaves, then Greninja, a black Greninja, would fit right in, right in there. But again, they're Pokemon; they're more like pets, and I'm not a racist, so I don't see, you know, so I don't see. I don't know what kind of point I was trying to make with that, but you know, I see Pokemon more as pets than I do things that, in terms of people that you own. Because I mean, if Pokemon were people, then that means you'd have to give them jobs, job security, health insurance. That means you can marry them. That means they have rights. As far as I know, Pokemon do not have rights. So there you go. I debunked that point right there, right there and there. Unless you want to count him as like black. Yeah, that's possible. I mean, he is an angel, so like he's like the predecessor of humans. I think Olimar, right? Not him, but like his species can also be like black as well. So maybe if you don't want to mod that in. There's some Fire Emblem characters that are also black, so if they ever become playable, that's good. Yeah, because 2,000 calories is like an average. If you go higher than that, that's not healthy. And because like how processed food can be nowadays, you can easily go over the 2,000 mark. Like I remember like doing the math. Like if I got like my standard meal at McDonald's, which goes around like 15, 1,800, depending if I order like a Big Mac and some chicken nuggets, that could easily go up to 2,000. And I'm a short guy and I'm not fat, but I do. Sonic, not really. I mean, he does have like a dark skin all, but he's not like black in himself. And again, he's a hedgehog. He's not a human. He's not a human. I mean, people will love to say Knuckles was black, but again, same thing. It's like they're animals, you know. It's I would just love to keep it more specific to humans, because then I have to say like Mewtwo as well. Just because when it comes to race, it's like it's more like a human thing than it is anyone else. Oh right, he does as well. I mean, if you want to count that. Damn, hard-boiled eggs. Baked chicken, just water. When I was on a diet like that, I couldn't live off just water. I would just do tea, occasionally coffee, because I don't drink coffee that much, and iced tea, like non-sweet iced tea. Thankfully, I have a very good metabolism, so I don't really have issues with like gaining or losing weight. I do have like a lot of body fat, and I wish I didn't, but that's me and my habits. I think Palutena, maybe Palutena, because she's like a goddess, so like she can change her form, so she can technically make herself black or whatever. Yep, Diddy Kong as well. I guess we'd say Mennonite, although he's more blue than dark skin. But yeah, I think I'm done here by with this discussion. Um, I would love to see what other people say. It's interesting. It's interesting. Cold beer. That's nice. Yeah, I think like the worst drinks I ever get are just soda. But yeah, that's the benefits of being young. But I wanted to watch this because I think this would be interesting. Just staying on top of Smash. But yeah, I've been here for a good while, and again, it wasn't supposed to be short. I just wanted to cover that. But I thought this was an interesting video because in this video they talk a lot about Steve, and for like a few months there's been some reconsideration if no one ever noticed that. And yeah, you can see all the comments are just from 2 months ago about Steve being in the game. Yes, it's a very great question, I'll say. I'm not even being sarcastic. I mean, anyone can have the stupidest discussions. I think that discussion brings people around. It's definitely not going to get people heated. It's definitely not going to have people in like off-topic debates. It's a perfectly sound discussion that anyone can participate in that would probably ironically be less toxic than it would be about characters and buffs and patches and whatnot. Unironically. But yeah, just because every game needs to have some sort of representation, people do call that, there'll be a day when there's a trans character in Smash or an autistic character or whatever, gotta fill that diversity quota or whatever. So we'll see. We'll see. I just see them as video game characters. When you try to apply like human bullshit to them, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't. I guess you could say Richter and Simon are white supremacists or whatever, because Dracula's like a pale as fuck dude or whatever, and they're European or some shit. Technically, from the timelines of Simon Richter, and they do live in like the eras of slavery, so I don't know. Maybe they are. Who knows? I'm just saying that's like a lost cause but I'm more than happy to do that because I doubt the Smash community is all that intelligent to discuss heavy sensitive topics like race and whatnot. So I think that'll be a fun thing. Just see everyone's shitty takes about race. I think that'll be fun because it reminds me of the time where if you play Overwatch, a few years ago, the character Diva got like got a police officer outfit, and the fan base went crazy talking about BLM and like racial injustice and incarceration and all that other shit that comes to police, and it was all because Blizzard just released an alternate costume for Diva. People will go for miles just to go off topic, to just talk about something what they really want to talk about, no matter how trivial it is. That's just how the internet is. It's always been like that. Like this game, even before it came out, Mr. Game Watch got censored because of some insensitive material that might be insensitive to Native Americans, or Indians or indigenous people, whatever you want to call them. I like to call them the first ones because that's what Horizon Zero Dawn called like the pre-era humans. Just call them the first ones. But yeah, it'll be fun to see what the Smash community, just to see the average intelligence of a Smash fan, and just see them talk about race. That'll be interesting. I'm pretty sure Sona's already done that before, because how political can we get until it's complete buffoonery, Because I remember the same thing happened in the Sonic community, where in a Sonic movie, how Sonic befriends like a cop. Apparently, that sparked a lot of discussion about whether or not Sonic is pro ACAB or not ACAB, or whether or not it was a good idea for Sonic to befriend a cop, considering that Sonic loves saving people, but does the cop save people? It's very. If you ever want to waste tons of time, you could always just do that. I mean, you think I'm an expert on that thing, on those things? Absolutely not. But a lot of people would like to pretend that they are. Anyway, I'm gonna watch this.
Creator Masahiro Sakurai's best attempt at keeping Smash Ultimate's all-star roster a secret, there were several missteps along the way.
I have to watch this.
Some even from Nintendo themselves. The DLC for Smash
just because it'll be
Ultimate is
interesting
still
to
being
see
developed,
who will
but we
be.
wanted to provide a rundown
Let's
of
see if
all
I
the
can find
rumors,
a part
hoaxes,
where
and
he
leaks that have happened
mentioned
so far. We already covered Smash rumors and leaks for every Smash game
Steve.
before Ultimate, and even a few
Alright,
for
here
Ultimate.
Here we go.
The game and beat it, revealing all of the game's contents early. Nintendo tried taking down videos showcasing the game's story and music through DMCA takedowns.
This is gonna be fun.
However, information quickly spread across the internet, including the game's cutscenes. There's been many rumors about the DLC for Smash Ultimate. Hitagi, a contact for Gaben, claimed the game would see a Grand Blue character, most likely Catalina. Hitagi.
Yeah, so that was the character's time with Catalina from Grand Blue.
He also claimed that Steve would be coming to Ultimate,
yep,
which Gaben initially supported.
Yeah.
The rumor was proven entirely false, as Grand
now
Blue
it suddenly
didn't
feels
any
different.
characters in Fighter Pass 1. In November 2018, Forgaben would double down about Minecraft representation
so
of
what?
Smash,
Hold
stating
on.
there'd be a boss battle. Forgaben would double down.
Hold on, this is what he said exactly. Minecraft is in Smash, but representative of a boss. I'm curious if Minecraft represented about being a fighter, or 18 was an intentional misdirect now. When I watched this video, I always put that in consideration. I thought maybe not for Ultimate, but the next game, or some Mii costumes. I guess I was right about both, but yeah. This guy's a lot more interesting now, considering he was right about Steve.
About Minecraft
a very
in Smash,
ballsy-like
there'd
prediction.
Be a boss battle. However, no evidence to support this claim has ever been found. After Banjo's reveal, Forgaben stated Minecraft would see representation with the first DLC pass, which was also false.
Yep.
On October 11th, 2018...
It just kept being false and false until it happened. So, yeah, and this video came out September 30th. Literally like a week, right? Literally like a week before Steve got revealed. So it's very interesting timing about how that happened. So a lot of people probably saw this and just saw, yeah, it aged very poorly, unironically. But I guess I could see why people thought Steve would be the next character, because yeah, it'd be funny. It'd be funny if Minecraft was in Smash. But that's all said and done. But I'm curious more right about now is the Catalina rumor, because if he was right about Steve, then he could be right about Catalina from Grand Blue. So I don't know, just food for thought. So we could see that one character in the game as well, if people were so doubtful about Steve. But he was wrong about there being like a boss, even though I think the Ender Dragon would have made a great boss.
There's been many rumors about the DLC for Smash Ultimate. Hitagi, a contact for
and of course,
the game would
Catalina.
see a Grand Blue character, most likely Catalina.
I would love to see if Grand Blue ever does make it, but yeah, nothing else. That'd be interesting. If this character got into Smash, I wouldn't mind her at all. But you definitely know the artist would have insane time of that, and it would be like a very curveball type announcement, which I really like a lot. So yeah, this could be in the next Smash fight, everyone. Catalina, you know, just so I can be the first person to say that, yeah, Catalina will be in Smash Brothers.
You know,
I mean, if this leaker was right about Steve,
Ultimate,
could be right about
initially
Catalina.
Supported. The rumor was proven
Just
entirely
saying.
false, as Grand Blue didn't receive any characters in Fighter Pass 1.
I think what people forgot to put in account is that I think Fighter Pass 2 was announced like after Fighter Pass 1 was finished. So because now there's a second Fighter Pass, it's possible that the rumors of these characters being in the game may happen. Because for all we knew, Fighter Pass 1 would have been like the last of like Smash content, but now there's more. It's possible that these rumors might still be true.
Gaben would double down about Minecraft representation in Smash, stating there'd be a boss battle.
So
However,
that's going to be
no evidence would see representation with the first DLC pass, which was also false. On October 11th, 2018, Japanese Twitter user Milk Bosatu posted that a VR mode would come to Ultimate. They also claimed that Dragon Quest Hero and a fighting game character would come to Smash. In particular, they stated that the hero wouldn't have any female alts, and that a fighting game character would be coming as DLC. In December, they claimed the fighting game character would be female, and that she'd utilize flying weapons. This wouldn't come true, as Terry was revealed as the game's fifth character. Milk Bosatu wasn't the only one who leaked a VR mode to Smash Ultimate. Papagino started reporting on information that was obtained by a source named VR Plant. They claimed to be the same person that posted details about Ridley and Daisy's inclusion on 4chan before the E3 2018 presentation.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that somebody leaked Smash Ultimate? Like, I think like in hours or like some days before, June 12th, so yeah. Crazy how they were right about everything here. Inkling, Daisy, Ridley. Old stages returning, Bomberman and Assist Trophy. I don't know if I would have believed this had I read it like 2 years ago. Because I don't think anybody reported on this. But yeah. This guy was onto something. The fact that he was nearly right on everything. He was even right about the December 7th release date, which is insane. Just seeing how well organized this is, it makes me wonder if there's any like 4chan rumor that looks like this. It's gonna make me think it's possibly true.
The E3 2018 presentation,
it could be true.
The source would leak various upcoming releases to Papagino's, including Hero's release date. An anonymous poster on 4.
If there's like another criteria you want to predict the next Smash character, you know, considering that Etika is dead, and if there's any characters that he enjoyed just seen in the game, that'll be when Sakurai decides to put him in, like Min Min, Sans, and Steve. And Etika was a big fan of Xenoblade 2, so there's possibly a big chance that that we'll get a Rex as a playable character. You know, just because the man had to be dead when some of his favorite stuff from games come into Smash, you know, so. That's also another possibility. It wouldn't surprise me if Rex from Xenoblade 2 is in this.
Dragon Quest, Banjo-Kazooie, Doom Guy, and Monster Hunter.
Just because Atika's not here to see it and react to it.
The only instance of someone correctly guessed Monster Hunter would be part of the season pass.
Now this one I think is likely. Doom Guy is kind of in between, but Monster Hunter definitely. Definitely Monster Hunter. It's like we get Monster Hunter Rises. That franchise is selling a lot. And it's a Capcom character, so like that has to be this has to be an inevitability. But it's kind of like a Namco character. It's kind of like a gray area. Like you'd think it happened by now, but it's just not. It's weird.
This was notable as it was the only instance of someone correctly guessing all the alts for the Dragon Quest hero. While the first two would come true, the other characters wouldn't be part of the pass. Sticky.smt on Twitter would later claim that they made the post and that they guessed the alts for hero. There was also a theory that the DLC characters were inadvertently leaked by Google AdWords. This was first proposed by Duckmeat and other users on Papagino's Discord server. Users found that by typing
there's so many Capcom characters.
Banjo-Kazooie, Ryu Hayabusa,
they'll probably put them all
Slayer, and Artorias on Google, it would show an ad for the Smash Brothers website.
So yeah, Ryu Hayabusa also keeps appearing. So then there's the rumor mill right now, right? For speculation of just predictions, not characters that I want, but just predictions. We got Ryu Hayabusa, Rex, and Catalina. I don't even know who this character is. And then we got Doom Guy.
However, it was revealed that anyone could buy it.
I freaking love these people that are just troll the shit out of Smash fans. Like I saw one on Instagram a long time ago, just saying anyone can make like a leak, and the guy like altered the Switch UI to just make it retarded as possible. I gotta share that one of these days. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Anyone can make an ad. SmashBros.com.
An ad on Google, and the theory was proven false with Heroes revealed.
If you ever want to know why
December
Smash
10,
fans are
2018,
stupid,
an anonymous poster on
fall for
5channel,
anything.
a Japanese equivalent to 4chan, posted that Joker would come to Smash.
There's a
They
5chan.
stated that Mementos would be the stage, and that Jack Frost would appear in their moveset. They stated that Persona 5R would be a deluxe version of Persona 5, and that Persona 5U was a fighting game. While the poster correctly predicted the stage and character, the other info was mostly false.
Yeah, that's interesting as well because Persona 5 Strikers just got announced to be a Western release for the PS4 and the Switch. So, yeah. If there's one thing I've learned from a lot of like these leakers, it's like they get incorrect about some of the details, but in terms of like the core claim, it's still there, right? Like the guy that predicted Steve was right about Steve being in Smash, but he was wrong because he said it would be part of Fighter Pass 1. And I think same thing for like the other leaks. Like they said it would happen this and there, like the Min Min, like somebody leaked the Min Min, but you know Terry was released after. I mean they're right about Min Min, but it didn't happen until much later. You know what I mean? And then literally Minecraft Steve was included in 2 months ago. So I mean, for like a good year, I mean, this guy just kept saying Minecraft Steve was in Smash, but he just kind of, I don't know, he just kind of bit, I don't know what's to say, he just kind of bit the nail a little bit too hard on that claim. I think for these leakers, what they should learn is that they shouldn't like make dates. They should just make the claim, and then there you go. Because it seems like most of the time, like these plans, I don't think like they're wrong, but they might have changed during development. You know what I mean? Like maybe Sakurai planned for Steve to be the Fighter Pass 1 character, but I ended up deciding other characters instead, and then for Fighter Pass 2 includes Steven. So
Another poster on 5chan.
so next time I read leaks, that's just kind of what I consider. You know, they may not be like completely false, but they can still be accurate.
And Steve from Minecraft.
Also, a lot of these dates, I mean, again, COVID kind of
And the
affected
Doom
that.
guy were the characters for the Smash Ultimate Fighter Pass 1.
Yeah, so again, Fighter Pass 1, you know. No mention of Fighter Pass
From
2.
Minecraft and the Doom guy.
If I was a leaker, I just wouldn't mention dates at all. I would just mention just the claims. So yeah, Steve, Hero, they were right. At the time that this video was released, only Hero was right. And you know, I'm just saying Ryu Hayabusa would probably piss off a lot of Smash fans. So that's probably true. It's probably gonna happen. And Doom Guy keeps appearing in like these leaks and rumors, and where previous ones were correct. So it's very possible. It's very possible that, you know, these two characters right here might just make up the rest of the Fighter Pass 2. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I find this leak very interesting after. I find this leak very interesting after. After Steve, you know, because Steve was like a very like out there ballsy claim, and you know they mentioned other characters, so it's very possible that the next wave of characters is Ryu, or what's his name, Ryu Hayabusa, Catalina, maybe Monster Hunter, followed by Doom Guy. We'll see, but there's things to consider.
Characters for the Smash Ultimate Fighter Pass 1. Before Terry's release, there was a 4chan post claiming Geese, Heihachi, Lloyd Irving, and Hollow Knight would come as Wii costumes with an online mode called Slipspace. They also claimed that Doomslayer was in the pass, and Gino...
That's funny, he said Slipspace. I mean, it still could happen, but it seems unlikely. But he was right about everything right here. I mean, he didn't say in what way, but did it come out. Hollow Knight Mii Fighter outfit has yet to come out, but again, it could happen later. And then Doomslayer's Fighter 5, which is not true. 2 of the extra DLC finals released after a pass. Oh yeah, there's like another leak in here that has like stumbled Smash fans, so it's gonna talk about it right there. But yeah, Doom Guy keeps appearing and reappearing in these leaks, which makes me think he's a very probable character. But just realize that in these like leaks, whatever, there's like no mention of Crash, no mention of Sora. You know, I think only one post mentioned Sephiroth, but I think proved to be fake, so it was more like a guess. So yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting.
Characters. This turned out to be inaccurate. There's been several accurate leaks about the first Fighter Pass for Ultimate. Right before the game's release, Persona 5's Joker was announced at the Game Awards to the surprise of many. When the game was released, data miners were unable to uncover a couple of code names for upcoming characters. They discovered Pakun, Jack, and Brave. Similarly, Mementos was accidentally leaked as Joker's stage through an oversight that led to unrelated strings being left over in the game's compiler. There were also unused strings that suggested Joker would get an alt costume featuring a ponytail. However, Joker didn't get ponytails, and the data is nowhere to be found when he was released. Since then, the oversight has been fixed. Modes that were added through DLC were also data mined early. Files named How to Play Stage Builder and How to Play Home Run were found back in March 2019. Nintendo accidentally showed off Stage Builder in an ad published on April 16th, with the mode being officially revealed the next day.
That was funny.
On March 31st, 2019, Best Buy accidentally published Joker's render for Smash ahead of its official announcement. This led to speculation that Joker would be released soon after. The render was removed from the ad the next day, and Joker was officially shown on April 17th. Reset-era admin Shinobi hinted at Banjo's inclusion in Smash a full week before their reveal. On June 5th, 2019, he posted, "Been a while since we saw Banjo in anything. Hope we're in for a smashing good time." Tansut, who previously leaked Cloud's presence in Smash for 3DS and Wii U, also hinted that Dragon Quest would be getting a character. They reportedly heard that info back in December 2018. There was also a rumor by character presence in Smash for 3DS and Wii.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what these supposed to read. Cloud September that year. It's talking about it. It was pulled pretty amazing door right now. It's totally worth it. Past the summer, got confirmation. Yeah, I remember reading these leaks and believing that they were true, you know, because this was a character that like a lot of Smash fans did not want. But I said, yeah, it's a bit true. I think Banjo and Hero is more than probable. I mean, why wouldn't it? Dragon Quest is a big franchise. You know, if anyone wants to bring up like the Minecraft debate, you know, a lot of these are from big franchises. So yes, they would be represented. And I mean, I think Banjo was always like a shoe-in. You know, may not be like the biggest franchise, but possibly one of the most important in gaming. So. Yeah, interesting to see.
Also hinted that
interesting to see like who was right and
Quest would be getting a character.
Wrong.
They reportedly heard that info back in December 2018. There was also a rumor by one of Papagino's Discord mods, Paragon, dubbed the Paraleak. They claimed the first Fighter Pass would include Joker, Luminary, Banjo, Frisk.
Yeah, if I saw it as this would have been fake.
And Waluigi. Where exactly they got this info is unknown, but the rumor gained significant traction after Hero and Banjo-Kazooie were revealed at E3.
Yeah, I remember that, but I'm like, an Undertale? No, that's unlikely. Frisk and Waluigi. I feel like Waluigi would likely be like the very last DLC character that we see. Just for things to come full circle, but I mean, if Sakurai is not interested in making Waluigi playable, then it's very likely not going to happen. I think even one time I said that Steve was more likely than Waluigi. I think Sakurai is done with the Mario franchise by now, and if there was like a new game, I think Waluigi would be part of that roster, but as DLC. Very, very unlikely.
Would be proven false with Terry's reveal and Sans inclusion as a Mii Fighter costume. Nintendo of Europe updated the page for the fourth fighter in the past to include an SNK copyright on September 1st, 2019.
I remember that.
Terry was announced.
That was funny.
They took down the copyright, but Terry was confirmed as a fighter just 3 days later. On the same day as I don't know. 11 anime showcasing Banjo and Kazooie. It was thought that
it'd be
Banjo
nice if
would be
Waluigi was
released before the
in,
ad was
but
changed,
it's very
and Banjo
unlikely.
was. Before Byleth was revealed as the final character for Fighter Pass 1, there were many rumors about who would end the pass. Starting from November 2019 and lasting until January, Forgaben and Sabi would post almost weekly update on who the character wasn't. This drew in a lot of criticism as they never stated who the character was. Forgaben would also walk back some of his previous claims, stating that his source was mistaken. Before the presentation, Forgaben would post the Mii Fighter costumes, at least indicating he knew some information in advance. However, it's unclear if he or his sources knew the character as early as November 2019. As for Byleth's reveal, Sakurai announced that 6 more characters would be coming as DLC for Ultimate, meaning the speculation and rumors cycle will continue until December 2021.
It's crazy to think that back in January we saw this image and just think, who the hell it can be? After Min, I had no idea, and after Steve, no idea. So it's likely like these next 3 are probably very unlikely. I feel like Catalina might just be Challenger Pack 9. We get Ryu Hayabusa's Challenger Pack 10, and then for 11, I don't know, we'll get Monster Hunter. And then Sakurai announces that we're gonna get 5 more characters, or maybe 3 more characters, Fighter Pass 3, and that's where see Rex, Waluigi, and maybe Doom Guy, but we'll see. We'll see.
Although many rumors have been confirmed or disproven, one image has constantly stumped Smash fans. A video appeared online showing the Kaku Demon from Doom and Mallow.
Yeah, here we go. Anime Sword of Boys, but what about Anime Sword and Girls? So yeah, this was an interesting
from Super Mario RPG as Mii costume heads. Initially, it was thought that it'd be impossible to mod new Mii costumes in the game, giving the potential video leak some credibility. However, it was found that Mii costumes could be modded, thus raising some suspicion if it was credible.
A very good Mii costume, by the way.
What's more is that Ken's Shoryuken does 0.7% difference in damage, suggesting the balance was altered. As of this video, it's unknown if this was an elaborate hoax or if they were actual leaks. After Min's reveal, there was a fake 4chan post that spread across the Smash community. However, when attempting to search for the post, it was revealed that the image was fake. Did you also know that Super Smash Bros. Started out as a game about flicking marbles? Or that Mario Sunshine's graffiti mechanics were leftovers from Mario 64? For more facts, check out our videos on Obscg. Where exactly they got this info is unknown, but the rumor gained significant traction after Hero and Banjo-Kazooie were revealed. Speculation and rumors cycle will continue until December 2021. Although many rumors have been confirmed or disproven, one image has constantly stumped Smash fans. A video appeared online showing...
So this one was interesting because if we got a Geno costume from Mario RPG, then surely we would have gotten Mallow and a Kaku Demon, so we'll have to wait and see on this. I think with more updates this looks more like a hoax, but only time will tell. If anything, the Geno costume might just confirm this, and we're gonna see Doom Guy as the next character with these 2 as Mii costumes. Because I think now it's even more interesting, that fact that the Geno costume literally just got announced today. So I don't know, place your bets, people. But it may deconfirm Geno, but I think it will confirm Doom Guy. But I will say, from looking at like the details of like these Mii costumes, I'm like, they kind of have a little bit too much detail in them, if I'm making sense from that. So I'm leaning more that this can be fake. And then if the Doomslayer ever gets into Smash, then we'll probably see like different Mii costumes, you know. But yeah, it's interesting how this one image can like yet to be disproven.
The Kaku Demon from Doom and Mallow from Super Mario RPG as Mii costume heads. Initially, it was thought that it'd be impossible to mod new Mii costumes in the game, giving the potential video leak some credibility. However, it was found that Mii costumes could be modded.
But yeah, I thought that would be an interesting top and cover, because I know like after like the reveal, I would wanna talk about that. Because it's interesting. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting in terms of characters we can get. Right? Oh boy. So yeah, so if we're going off of like leaks, then that means possible future characters are gonna be Ryu Hayabusa, Catalina from Grand Blue, and possibly the Doomslayer. And what was the other character? Monster Hunter? I don't even remember. But yeah, all of those characters can come into Smash. I think it's very possible. All of them are third party, which makes sense. Although I'm still adamant that we're gonna get like another Nintendo, like another first party character in the Fighter Pass. But if we're following like the rule of like the last batch, then probably then it's likely it could just be third party. We'll see. So far, the next two characters have all been third party, so it's very possible that story continues. Yeah. I think I'm gonna take a break now. Is that alright? Is there anything else? I think I'm good. Then you got this one video about the Papagenos. I want to work on other stuff here as well. I don't know if any of these look interesting. Oh yeah, here recommends me Alpha Rad's Grinch leak from 2018. If you can run a Grinch leak. I'll have to say, I think Catalina from Grand Blue is probably likely. I want to say it's very likely, right? Catalina from Grand Blue will be in Smash. We'll see.
Early somewhere in Mexico. Some players downloaded a copy of the game and beat it, revealing all of the music through cutscenes. Vergaben claimed that's false, as Grand Blue didn't receive which Vergaben initially supported. The rumor was proven entirely false, as coming to Ultimate, which were most likely Catalina.
So I think this character is definitely gonna be in Smash, right? We haven't had a female character yet, unless Min fills that role already. Fighting game, anime, sword fighter. I think this character will probably be in Smash. That or Ryu Hayabusa. We'll see. We'll see. I just want to see if we'll get like a third fighter pass, and then that will be the next batch of characters. Because all of these predictions were all for Fighter Pass 1, so I actually think maybe these predictions will come true in Fighter Pass 2. We'll see. We'll see. I think out of all the leaks, I think the guy who's probably more credible now about Steve could be right about Catalina, but we'll see. If anything, maybe he was right, and then Sakurai just kind of like drops the character. But I can definitely see Sakurai working with Arc System Works to get this character in, because he does love fighting games. So I'm pretty sure that she would be in the roster, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's about it. I'm about to go eat something. I'm gonna let my voice rest for a little bit, and what else? Yeah, I'm probably gonna be live tonight. My stream essentially served its purpose. I just came here to react to Sephiroth, and again, thank you guys for watching. All right, but for now, I'm just gonna be leaving. All right, I'm gonna be leaving. I'll talk more about this in the Discord. Sam, I'm out of here. Have a good day, you guys.